right? Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro King got me, see that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Alba, I'm a black bond, aim in a scope and all black panel, you can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jackmove came in with the trophies, God in a lane of its own, like how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids move to body you in Halo, then sing your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty of fail. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon Wheel Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Smoove, we got Jackmove, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't all strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.
Yo, 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 mic check, mic check. Let me know if you can hear me out there. Weapon Wheel Podcast has returned. We are back. Better than ever. Well, I don't know if we better than ever. I'm gonna be real with you. It might be the same old shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Who gave you the Sonic Riders gameplay?
I mean, who else but Rystar? I mean, I don't even know that for sure, but like anytime I see Sonic, I assume it's Rystar. Nobody else plays that dog shit except maybe you and Rystar, so. It's gotta be him. But yes, let me know if you can hear everybody. Can you hear everybody? If you can hear all of us, let me know in the chat. Hit that like button. We appreciate all of your support. Y'all claim y'all missed us. Y'all claim it wasn't the same without Weapon Wheel. So I hope we see them likes and I hope we see that support. Hope that actually shows up. And it's 5:46. It's 5:47. Now, Blandrew, do you think I'm a good podcast host?
You could be better.
Oh man, okay.
I've been tuning into AGS while we were gone, and I don't know that host over there is pretty.
Oh man,
pretty entertaining. BG.
Everybody's a critic. Everybody's a critic. But overall, right? Like, you know, I let dudes have the whole month off, right? You know, like, listen, I said I'm looking out for my members. I want them to have all the time to relax because we put in work on this show for a whole, you know, throughout the year. And, you know, I let niggas have extended time off, and niggas can't even be here on time.
Who we missing?
Jack
and Black Bond.
And Bond.
Just Jack, if we're keeping it real.
I go to bat for niggas, bro. Niggas like, nah, Weapon Wheel taking too long to come back. Y'all gotta come back. I'm like, nah, I want my boys to have time off. I want them to be able to relax, right? Niggas have a long countdown till the show comes back, and niggas is not on time. I don't understand.
Jack don't be going nowhere either. That's the interesting part.
Like you see
what
I'm saying?
What could he be doing?
What could Jack be doing right now? What?
He could be napping.
Yeah,
could be in a deep depressive state because of his football team or something.
He ain't saving no babies from no burning buildings. Like, and this is not me shitting on Jack. He ain't got no job. That's not a shit on him. Jack will tell you himself he ain't got no job. So why can't you show up here on top? After all this extended time off.
I just came back from the Lord's house and I'm tired, but I'm still here on time.
Oh, man. Niggas don't respect me, man.
How's my mic sounding, too? I got a new mic, the Shure SM7B.
You're good,
It
man.
sounds great. I can hear your
Sounds
esophagus.
good. Sounds great, actually.
Okay.
What?
Niggas don't respect my shit, though. That's the point.
I
Let me
never.
go into DMs and be like, hello? Like, is anybody out there, Jack?
These guys gotta hit this like button for real. Hit the like, hit the share.
I've never seen, I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen Jack be late for press start. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Audience, y'all let me know. I don't think I've ever seen it. And I'm damn sure this nigga get paid more overhead than press start. Damn sure.
They said turn my mic up.
Yeah, your mic is kind of low, Smoove.
What got you heated, BJ?
Niggas don't respect me, man. Niggas have all this time off, and then y'all show up 4 minutes late.
That's 4 minutes. Had to eat.
Oh man, you know what? Let me shut my mouth. I ain't nobody. I forgot. I keep thinking like my word means something around here.
Well, hold on. We going extra long today. We going Nick Foles along today. If I didn't eat now, I wouldn't have been here till I wouldn't have been on to eat till 10 o'clock.
I gotta say, I have not missed Bond's Nick Foles jokes.
Guess
No.
what? Nick Foles has the same amount of playoff wins, Super Bowls, and MVPs as Aaron Rodgers does.
Well, he doesn't have regular season MVPs.
It don't matter. We talk about playoffs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a damn
Well.
shame, isn't it? Did the Bucks lose yet?
No.
Nigga,
but
they letting Tom Brady back in the game like this shit is rigged or something.
Oh shit!
he's
I
fine.
went out to grab some because I thought it was a rat.
No, I mean this 7 minutes. I don't know if they got to score like what they got to score at least.
Oh
17
Lord, they're only
points.
down by 14 now.
Yeah. But like I said, the Rams are playing at least trying
They can do
to
this.
playing smart. But damn, if all in all, I'd put
Third and
them on
11
the
now. Third and 11.
fourth down.
Okay,
Behind
somebody just put out an APB for all fat niggas in Memphis. Thank you. That maybe we could find Jack. That would be great.
His team lost. He got COVID.
Oh, that's not an excuse. That nigga ain't got COVID no more. He lying. He's straight up lying about that.
Look at Blandrews survived together.
Yeah, it is fraudulent shit. If Blandrew, if you don't get out of here with
BG,
that shit.
stop it, man. Every week with you.
my
I'm an
God.
Xbox fan. Need you to
You've
respect
never
that.
been an Xbox fan. Do you even still have an Xbox?
Of course.
You're a
Pull
liar.
up his gamer tag.
Facts. We checking that.
He's checking that today, Blandrew.
How's
Hey,
it going,
Jack.
Xbox University? It's good to have a fellow Xbox fan on the podcast. with
You're
me
not an
this
Xbox fan, Blandrew.
I'm feeling the logo though, Blandrew. I'm feeling the nice little JPEG.
morning.
The special support set, the Triple S is doing gamer tag checks. Because now all of a sudden, Call of Duty was the worst game ever for the past 3 years. Now everybody huge fans.
Hi, Jackmove Johnny. Jackmove Johnny from Memphis, Tennessee. Jackie boy, how are you doing, my good sir?
In the key.
Then why you
might-
sound so sad, Jack?
Your mic kind of low.
Mad low.
Hold on.
Yes, you're kind of low.
We got to rise up like Nick Foles.
Hold on. Shit.
And listen, this is the first episode of Weapon Wheel back for the year. I'm gonna need you to put a little bit of excitement in your
Yeah,
voice.
he sounds sharp depressed.
How sound now?
You better.
Man,
Louder, but still
You good. Can you sound excited for me, my nigga, please? Like,
Y'all sound like Fertang after his brother ran through his girlfriend.
you want another man to sound excited for you?
now I want you to sound excited for the people who showed up for us, nigga.
Man, fuck them.
How is the pulse? How are the people in the state of Tennessee feeling right now, Jack? That's what I want to know. How y'all feeling over there?
You tell me, shit.
All right.
I mean, but they caught
Yeah.
Young Dolph as killer, so I mean, they should be.
They did.
So.
That's what's
All right.
up.
All right, well, we ain't gonna waste no time, man. We got to get right into it. Talk about these games, do these intros, because yeah, we've been gone a minute. A lot of shit was.
Sonic Riders is the first trash you put up.
Watch your mouth.
Hey, man, I just use what the people give me, right? I try. You know, I was like, I was almost gonna remove it because I thought that same thing. I was like, do I really want to start off the first episode of the podcast with Sonic Riders?
And of
Dude,
all
this came
games,
out for, like-
Sonic Dick Riders.
Sonic Riders. When is this? What 360 game?
No, it's
what's
a PS2, GameCube, Xbox.
Yeah.
Zero
So-
Gravity came out. That was the sequel, and then
Sonic
Sonic Riders
Dick
on
Riders.
Connect came out for the 360.
Oh, that's the one I had, the Connect version. Okay.
Don't you guys know
Saturday
your Sonic
Night
Riders
Riders.
releases?
No,
We don't play Sonic Dick Riders.
play that trash. All right, let's get into it. A lot of stuff to talk about. Weapon Wheel is back. It's good to be back. Look forward to talking about these topics. This is episode 308. Okay. Happy New Year, because it's the first episode. 23 days into the year though. We are on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all your favorite audio streaming platform. Thank you everybody that continued to support the Patreon while we were gone. I was absolutely shocked. That it honestly didn't move that much. I was like, all these niggas about to abandon the shit while we gone, right? But they actually continued to support it. So shout out to y'all, man. I'm pleasantly surprised. But yeah, you can support the Patreon. The link is in the description for that, or become a channel member by hitting the join button. That will give you access to the Discord, our Discord. I actually love what our Discord has been built into. Well, shout out to all the Discord community. It's great.
Need the
No, it's a great
cleansing
bunch of
over
people.
there.
It's a great bunch of people. Don't do that, Blandrew.
Yeah, it got cleaned up a lot. I agree.
Yeah, we have classic folks over here now. Classy folks, okay? So, yeah, support the Patreon, support the channel. Hit the like button. Would appreciate that. If you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, just click the link in the description and you could just drag and drop your gameplay in there. Yeah, let's get everybody. Oh, by the way, the intro. So, for some reason, the intro song, the one we usually use, suddenly started getting copyright matches. So I hit them up already to get Wonton and Alex to make a new intro song. I don't know why that suddenly started getting copyright matches.
Was it a copyright beat or something?
Yeah,
or-
like how
Yeah, it was the instrumental. Like for some reason, I think these niggas honestly just be stealing beats and like rapping over
Yeah.
them shits and giving them to me.
You're right, because that happened a lot to me with Omega.
Yeah, they should have helped me hit me up because I own my own beats. You know what I mean? I got several that I own.
Okay, well, Alex, Alex and Wonton hit up Smoove. Maybe he can give y'all a fire beat. So I won't get copyright matches no more. All right.
Wait, Smoove,
So-
you make beats?
No. So when I was trying to start a rap career, I didn't want to be like everybody else on the hood on the corner selling mixtape using instrumentals. So I went out and bought beats. I bought exclusive licenses agreements. And I, over time, because I was working on an album, I think got at least about like 27 original beats that are mine.
Oh, okay. Businessman.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do these intros. Start off with our guest back for the second time. Xbox University.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Yeah,
Thanks
come
for
on.
having me.
No problem, man.
Raise them up.
Yeah, I turned you up a little bit, but turn your mic up a little bit, XU.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's good. I brought you on here because the people absolutely hate you, and hate is a good formula. Hate is a good
They need
formula.
to stop
for a
lying
podcast.
too.
Why do they hate? Why do they hate me? Because I'm right.
Hey.
Like I don't understand.
Hey man.
Damn, the truth
you
hurts
talk-
though. It's okay.
You talk to them. All right, and Smoove.
What's up, everybody? It is the best spot, Kids Move. Welcome back, Weapon Will. I'm in a good mood. Somewhat.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Smoove. You've been acting the plum fool these past couple weeks. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got me sounding like Jack, a country bumpkin. You've been acting the plum fool, okay? A complete donkey. But we gonna get into that.
Crossfire X.
Crossfire X is it's a first
Isn't that a
person shooter.
podcast?
It is a podcast also.
I thought that was a freaking board game with the guns and the marbles and shit. Crossfire.
I can't believe the way Smoove been behaving on the timeline lately. Just anyway, man, we gonna get into it. Jack.
What's good? What's popping? How y'all doing?
All right. Blandrew.
How's it going, everybody? Shout out to Nintendo and Xbox. I recently did the Xtendo podcast yesterday with my good brother Zobi70, where we broke bread about PlayStation and the death of PlayStation. It was a very good podcast. I highly suggest you guys check it out tomorrow.
Why are you doing? Oh my god! Why are you doing podcasts with the mentally ill?
Don't do that,
bro. Zob, bro. I don't want to use the R word, but like Zob is like far up the spectrum.
BG,
what's the name of the podcast?
The Xtendo podcast. We did it yesterday. It was an amazing discussion. You guys should check it out.
Zobi,
we're not doing that. Bro.
Zobi is an S rank missing a regular.
Bro.
That's pretty harsh. I'm curious. I gotta listen to it. I'm curious to see how you guys mesh because you guys are very, very different. So
we're really not though, but he was the first person I met like on the internet. So shout out to him.
Was this like audio only? Are you guys on video?
Yeah, it's on his channel.
All right. Did he wear a headband?
Nah, we're just talking like we're doing right now.
Maybe some pussy can cure that dude from his idiocy.
Relax.
That's what I know
BG.
he likes. That dude's a moron. That dude's a moron. Bond.
What's going on, everybody? New year, kind of a new me. You know, soft rebooting the channel. Got some new things. Got some old things. You know. So, you know, had to admit that I was wrong about the Switch, but so is everybody else. Got a video about G4. Got a video about, you know, Microsoft spending that money. And we also got a classic video of that bald-headed bitch bending the knee for Microsoft and Xbox.
Wowzers. Okay.
You gotta give the people what they want sometimes, BG.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay. So a lot of stuff happened over the past weeks, right? We're gonna touch on some smaller items first. Not gonna take too long to get to the big piece, but want to get some other stuff out the way first. Okay, goddamn, where do we start? All right, so
don't be using that word on the Lord's Day, BG.
What I said? What word?
You know what you said.
Oh, my bad. I apologize. Okay, let's start off with some rumors. I'm gonna go to our Nintendo correspondent, Blandrew. There are rumors of a Metroid Prime and Fire Emblem remaster. Do you know of this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, would you like to expound? Tell the audience about this.
So there's a rumor going around right now that Metroid Prime 1 specifically is supposed to be getting remade and not remastered. And then Metroid Prime 2 and 3 are supposed to be getting remastered for the Switch. And then when it pertains to Fire Emblem, it's not just a regular remaster. It's supposed to be a remake like the Echo series on the 3DS, but we're not entirely sure what those games are going to be. More people are leaning towards the games that came out for the GameCube and the Wii, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yo, straight up, I'm going to tell it to you right now. If it's not Genealogy of the Holy War or Thrashia 776, it doesn't fucking matter. Because every Fire Emblem game outside of those two, which are the best two, have been localized in the States. If it's not those two games, I don't fucking care.
A lot of people missed them, though, so now's the perfect time to bring them back.
It doesn't matter if they missed them or not. They have the opportunity to go back and buy them. Nobody has the opportunity to play Genealogy of the Holy War or Thrashia. Period.
So the logical conclusion to you is to spend $300 between two games to experience an amazing Fire Emblem game.
Okay, now this is where it gets crazy, right? We want games we haven't played to pay $60 for, not games a lot of us have already played.
A lot of people didn't play those Fire Emblem games.
Blandrew, no. People have the opportunity to play these games. They're going to repackage old games to you for $60. And as opposed to, shocking, games we've never played for the same price. So why would we want to pay full price for a game we've never had the chance to play, as opposed to full price for a game that people have had a chance to play?
Did you play the Yakuza Kiwami games?
Did I play them?
Yes.
Yeah, I played them.
Then shut up.
So what's the problem?
They were PS2 games remade
And?
that you could have easily played back in the day.
I could've.
Why didn't they give us the samurai games on the PS3?
I never got. But here's the thing.
Wow, and a lot of
They
other
also-
people didn't have a chance to play Fire Emblem on the
no,
GameCube.
No, but here's the difference. Everybody has the chance to go back and play those PS2 games had they wanted. That's the
Like I
thing.
said,
Y'all want to keep playing the same old shit over and over and over. You don't want to play new shit. How
He
many?
just
Like,
scored.
I could ask you how you have I know for a fact you have multiple copies of the same Nintendo game.
okay.
Am I right or am I wrong?
I have about 2 copies of Breath of the Wild and 2 Mario Odyssey, 2 ARMS, and a couple others.
Exactly. And did you own Skyward Sword on the Wii, right?
Of course.
Did you buy it on the Switch too?
Of course.
Then shut the fuck up, Andrew. You're proving
What are you? Hold on. What exactly was your point here?
Jesus Christ. Nintendo niggas will buy the same thing over and over and over and over. Nintendo will keep shoving $6.
No.
straight in your ass.
Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 were just remakes of the PS2 games that a lot of people missed out on. Why can't the same be true for Fire Emblem?
Go back and played them. You can't go back and play Thrashia. You cannot go back and play Genealogy.
Okay, there's a lot of Yakuza games that I can't. There's a lot of Yakuza games I can't go back and play
Yes,
either.
you can.
Can I play the Ryo?
Bro,
Can I play Yakuza Kanzan?
You can go out on Amazon and buy those games. You can go to GameStop.
Can
and
I
buy
play
those games.
Yakuza Kanzan translated?
Oh, that's translated. That's not released. So they'd have to release that here. You cannot play Thrashia or Genealogy of the Holy War. And not to mention, Blandrew, those are the 2 best games in the series. But
You played
we
it?
can't play the best game. That's a general consensus in the Fire Emblem community. That's a general consensus for the fandom in Japan. But we can't play them because dipshits like you are like, why should Nintendo release these games over here and spend money to give us games we haven't played when they can just keep giving us the same game over and over again?
Mm-hmm. And you keep dodging my point of Yakuza Kanzan and
Bro,
Ishin.
I did not. I told you can go and buy those games.
They're not English translated though.
Bro, you can. I'm sorry, Yakuza 1 and 2 are not English translated?
Kanzan.
No. We're talking about the mainline series, Blandrew. You brought up Yakuza Kiwami.
Hold on.
Which
What
is
is
a
it being?
remake of an original game.
Yes.
You can buy the original game. That's my point. If you wanted to play the original game, you can. You cannot do that for those 2 Fire Emblem games.
Wait,
here in America.
why didn't you play the original games then?
Because I didn't get into Yakuza too late. That doesn't mean I don't have the chance.
And that's
to buy
that's
them
the same for a lot of people when it
it's
pertains
not
to Fire
same,
Emblem.
Blandrew.
Fire Emblem was a game that was historically flopping to the point where Nintendo
Bro,
said if
you
Fire Emblem
can-
Awakening did not
You
sell, they were going to
can
shut down the
go
entire
out and
franchise.
buy those games. You cannot buy those other unreleased games in the States.
All right. Well,
Period.
I know you and Bond can go on forever. Gave y'all time. So
Play the same games over and over. That's why you're playing Sonic Dick Riders right now.
I see.
That's my
Same old
gameplay,
shit
Bond, right?
Over and over.
I see Bond and Blandrew picking up right where they left. It's like no time passed. Okay.
Him and these damn nicknames. Yo.
Okay, more Nintendo news. Okay, since we're on Nintendo already.
And also, BG, Prime doesn't need a re-release. And here's why. Because the Switch is so inferior and weak. And if you see all the modding that has gone to the original 3 Metroid Prime games on the PC, why the fuck would you even want to play these games on the Switch in some garbage-ass resolution and frame rates or whatever? Like, the things that people have done with the Metroid Prime series on the PC is insanity. And you know that whatever they release on the Switch won't be 1/10 of that.
Please keep the reactions down. Shut up, Smoove. Please keep the reactions down from the sports. What I was gonna say. Okay, so also there's a new Nintendo was apparently finally making a new Mario Kart game after like when did 8 come out? I feel it was like it might have been like
there was a Mario Kart game for mobile.
Come on, bro.
And then there was like that Mario Kart Live or whatever that came out.
Andrew, stop this. Okay, we not counting that. We wanted a new. People been wanted a new Mario Kart, right? And we playing the same one for like 8 years.
I mean, you saw what happened when Blizzard announced Diablo Mobile instead of the new one. How? Oh my god!
And I feel like Mario Kart is not a game that like really takes that long to make. So I don't know why they waited so goddamn long, but you know, Nintendo. Okay. Okay, so a few delays. So Redfall, it's rumored that Redfall, you know, the game by Avalanche, that's going to be on Xbox and PC. It's rumored that's going to be delayed. It didn't say out of this year,
Arcane,
but
sir.
what?
Yeah, it's an arcane game, BG.
Arcane, sir.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh,
did you
my
say?
bad. Avalanche is the other one. Avalanche. What's that? Avalanche is that other one they're making for Xbox. Contraband. That's one. My bad. That's that one. My bad. So yeah. Arcane is making this Redfall game, and it's being delayed. I mean, it never got a release date in the first place. It was just probably 2022. So it may not come out this year. I mean, I don't believe it was ever going to come out this year. I mean, we never even saw gameplay yet, so probably wasn't even going to come out this year anyway. Also, you think it's coming out this year?
Yes, I do.
It's not happening, bro.
Wait, what game?
Redfall.
It's coming out this year. Absolutely.
Why do y'all think that? Why are y'all so confident?
All right, so its target date was the summer of 2022. So you think
They're not gonna delay it out the year?
It's not getting delayed out the year. At worst, it's probably getting delayed to maybe fall. But we never know what part of summer. One that hasn't even been confirmed or anything like that. They haven't spoken on the delay. We know it was summer 22, which could be anywhere from mid June all the way to mid September at that point. So. Yeah, it could have suffered an internal delay, but that internal delay could literally be still within summer if they wanted to. And then when we finally get a release date, it's like September 20th or something like that. But yeah, I still think it comes this year.
I don't know. I just have a hard time believing a game that was announced last year, no gameplay, and we're just gonna see gameplay. Then they're also gonna drop it this year. I don't know. I just never believe that type of stuff with anybody.
Didn't they do that with Fallout 4?
Why not? I mean, they just did that with Forza this last year.
Horizon 5, yeah. Like,
yeah, Forza different.
Oh
Forza's
my god.
Forza.
Yeah, oh my.
Hey, like you at this point, you've done so many Forzas, you got to be efficient with it. But like this, like we don't. I just don't believe it. I think it's going to get delayed out the year. But we'll
You'll
see.
be wrong again. It's okay.
I'm never wrong.
Well, there's a simple solution to this problem.
Well,
Who
I ain't
thinks
making
it's
no
going
bet.
to get delayed, and who doesn't think it's going to get delayed, and put some money on it.
I
Come on,
ain't
start out the
making.
new. No, we cannot.
Money
end
on
the
something that I have
podcast.
no control over?
We can.
Crap.
That's what's good about a bet. It's all luck.
Successful.
We cannot end the
Don't it?
podcast today without money being put on a bet.
Yes, we can.
Thanks,
Well,
Mo.
it
Get
won't.
on that.
It won't be for me. It won't be for me. Also,
I opt out.
Hogwarts Legacy is rumored to be delayed. Also, you know, the Harry Potter game that a bunch of you nerds are excited for.
Isn't that the game that's going to put Sony into the grave? Some feminists told me that.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about that. But yeah,
We talking
Hogwarts
about
Legacy.
that today.
Hogwarts Legacy is rumored to be delayed. Also. All right. Also, more rumors about Persona 6 rumored to be exclusive to PS5, and Persona 4 Golden is coming to Switch and PS4 in 2022.
There you go,
First statement
Jack.
is
You
super cap.
happy?
Possibly.
You hype
happy,
about
Jack?
Persona 6, Jack?
I would be looking forward to a Persona 6.
No. I'm saying, are
Absolutely.
you happy that Persona 4 Golden is finally coming to?
Oh, is that rumored? I mean,
That's the
should've-
rumor. Yeah.
It should have been on there, but I do really want to play that on a console. I played on Vita, so I would be happy to replay that.
I'd like to play
Jack,
a Persona game on
I got
Xbox.
a question for you, Jack.
What's up?
Suppose there was a Persona game that never came out in America, right?
Okay.
2 of them. And they were regarded as the best 2 Persona games ever created. Would you rather have those remade? Or would you rather have Persona 4 Golden, the game that's already been played and bought, remade? And
I mean, in that case, I would want to play the other 2. I definitely would. I would want all of them.
But if you had to prioritize, you get one or the other.
And these was the best 2, and I ain't never played them.
They never made it outside Japan before.
I'll probably take those. If they saying they the best 2 and they ain't never come over, I mean, Yeah,
Although Persona 4 is regarded as one of the best ones, though.
Oh,
It is,
that's
yeah.
hypothetical though. There are no Persona games that haven't come over.
No, whatever.
he's trying to argue with the, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's not a very good point, but I get it.
It's a perfectly good point.
So 2 games. Well, one is already free to play. PUBG has went free to play, and Battlefield 2042, because it's atrocious. Its launch went so atrociously, is already rumored to be going free to play.
I was right
want my
again.
money
And
back.
you play Halo more than Battlefield.
I
And
just
you know it.
I need them to dump it in Game Pass
Xbox
before they make it free to play.
Here you go. These niggas. It's just Game
Hold
Pass
on, hold
on all you niggas' minds 24/7. Is that what you niggas think about is Game Pass?
Listen, but you don't have to be on Game Pass to play Halo Infinite multiplayer.
I'm
See, you
confused.
just,
Why
Game
would
Pass
you-
is just on your mind.
I'm confused. Why would you want it on Game Pass if it's free to play? If it's free to play, you don't need it on Game
That's
Pass.
what I just said. Exactly.
I said I
Exactly.
needed to go
No.
to Game Pass before it goes free to play.
Why?
Let me get my
Why?
subscription.
Why?
I gotta get my
This
subscription.
is
out of it,
the
bro.
mental illness I be talking about,
That is
bro.
mental illness. That's
Oh
I'm
my
hey,
God.
I'm trying to throw EA a bone. EA, before you
Oh my God.
Throw the Game
Yeah,
Pass
but if
first.
it's free to play, you don't have to.
Yeah, but I'm
No,
already
no,
paying
Uh,
for
his,
Game Pass.
he, no,
I
no,
guess
no.
he's trying
He's
to make sure other people don't
he
play.
cares about Xbox getting something first that he's not gonna play. That's what it's about, Jack.
You really brag on having a free to play game in the service though? Like it's already
No,
free,
Jack.
like-
Even more than that,
This is-
he
this is
wants
gold.
Xbox to get a game just for Xbox sake, even though it's broken. He doesn't care about the state of the game. Nothing. Oh, I just want it on
Yeah,
Xbox.
He wasn't gonna play it. No way. We know that.
I thought I was
Yeah.
petty. I thought I was petty.
Yeah, I could have. What
That's
did I
petty.
say in the podcast a couple days back when y'all was riding Battlefield's nuts before it came out? I was like, Halo's
Oh,
gonna be the
none of
best
us
game that
were.
comes out. Prior to the game coming out, people were on Battlefield's nuts.
No, the beta and everything
BG,
the alpha were all
BG.
terrible, Smooth.
He damn sure
No,
was
the-
up on
I
No,
said
Battlefield.
BG
before-
definitely was.
Before it came out.
He
Before
said,
it came
yeah.
out.
He said, oh, it's a great game, and
Yeah,
he's more of a Battlefield
and
guy.
Battlefield-
I was like, man, that's trash.
Battlefield
He alright.
2042 is probably the most disappointing thing in recent years. Easily. They effed it up.
The unfortunate thing is, BG, what I'm saying is going to be true. Remember when we said if The Last of Us 2 or 3 or whatever was one bad game, would it kill Naughty Dog? No, it would not. But at this point, it's been about 2-3 bad Battlefield games in a
Yep.
row.
Yep.
So now it's very bad. I mean, ain't no way in hell Call of Duty would ever go free to play a month or so after release. That wouldn't happen. Like, this is bad. Like, I have no faith in the franchise anymore. The last time I probably bought Battlefield was probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Battlefield, honestly, I can honestly say it's dead to me right now. Like
Yep.
I've been saying that, like, oh, I'll go back and play it in April after they fix everything, right? And I probably still
Tell the
will. But,
audience what you've been playing though. Tell
but
the audience.
hold on, I'm gonna get to that. But and I probably still will go back in April. But like from what I've been hearing about it, it's probably still won't be in ideal shape in April. I might have to go back in like August or something. And first of all, Halo, listen, I don't know if you want to really brag about Halo Infinite multiplayer XU like that. It's been dying off too. Like
On
because
PC? Oh, that's the only place.
it's I'm not saying it's dead.
Xbox too.
No,
Yes.
it's not.
Never.
It absolutely
I
is.
never had to wait for a game. I never even had to wait for a game. Stop.
I don't know that
Where?
many people in this community that's still playing.
No,
it, though,
the
so-
Yeah,
player
like-
count is
The player count is
is
But wait,
exactly
what is-
it's
what is your
dropping
source?
regularly. That's all I'm saying.
What is your
How
source
did y'all
for player
get these
count?
numbers?
What is your source
Exactly,
for player
like-
count? Steam, right? Steam, right?
Oh my god, that player count is definitely dropping regularly, bro.
Yeah, on Steam.
Come on, man. That player
Because
count.
I mean, I
Look,
expect the player base account on Steam because y'all got all those bugaboo games y'all be playing every now and then.
What
And
is a
like-
bugaboo game? Nigga, ain't you hyped for Crossfire X? You can't call nothing bugaboo.
What the fuck is a bugaboo
more people are
game?
playing Halo.
All right,
More
look,
people
look.
play
Over
Halo.
the last 30
Oh,
days,
they tied the
average-
game.
What's my
over the
TV ahead of
last-
my? What the hell?
NFL
Over the
rig.
last 30 days, number of players in Halo has dropped to 47,000. The game's peak players have dropped from 256,000 to 147,000.
Steam
Dropping.
on
So
Steam.
hold on, let me ask you,
On Steam.
why exactly? So do you think the player count on Xbox is increasing? I doubt that.
I'm just saying it's not dropping.
Damn right,
at
they
the
selling
rate of
Xboxes every day. What you
It's
talking
definitely.
about, boy?
I definitely think it's dropping.
Oh, okay. What is everybody else on Xbox playing? Since Xbox
Bro,
has no
bro,
Game Pass?
I've seen diehard
They're
Xbox
not playing
fans.
Call of Duty.
Diehard Xbox fans have been complaining because the support has been extremely slow, and there's a whole bunch of other problems with it.
Didn't
That's
they,
like
they had
what
to
the
shut
game
down
too
their
good
Reddit
to
for a
drop.
week, didn't they? They had to shut down their Reddit for a week. 'cause
Yeah,
there was so
the
many complaints.
Fanaticals got there. Yeah, the Fanaticals was there. You know what I'm saying? They're on both sides.
No,
It's
they
okay.
they were upset at people just wanting simple social features like being able to
Thank
add
God they wasn't
friends,
doxing
being able
people.
to talk and before and after. Like it's crazy. Like the game is literally a bare bones game. The gameplay is good, don't get me wrong, but like the campaign, the multiplayer is bare bones. You can't. There's no pregame lobbies. There's no postgame lobbies. You can't just add
Point me to
people
a
right
better
after
experience.
a game. It's what?
Point me to a better experience. Point me to a better
That's not
experience.
the
Like,
point. The point is
okay,
this: the game is not as complete as prior iterations.
that's
The
true.
standard,
I agree.
the standard Halo has set in the past is not the standard it's meeting right now.
Halo is the
And
best.
that is why people are upset.
Halo Infinite is the best multiplayer option out there right now, but the bar is extremely low. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. I mean, I've already put
Where's the bar?
250 hours.
Where's the bar on your PS5?
There is no bar on
To an
PS5.
Xbox?
That's
There
what
is
he
none.
said. There is no bar.
There is none,
Like, yo,
which we
I'm
gonna get
already-
into later.
Oh wow, they tied it up. I'm already level 100 in the game. Should I
Well, damn.
hit level 100? I have 250. Like I played the game a lot to know. Like that's why my review was a 7 out of 10 because there's so many features and everything missing. Like, yo, there are basic shit in Halo 2 that's not in Halo Infinite. That's inexcusable.
Bro, the game is on fire. It was also the second best-selling game in the month of December on the MPDs.
Bro,
Tom Brady tied the game. Tom Brady tied the game, bro.
Bro, you're about 15 minutes behind.
No, bro.
No sports outbursts.
Bro, I just looked down.
No
Oh,
sports
sorry.
outbursts.
I'm sorry. Right.
Um,
My bad.
Listen, the Halo Infinite multiplayer hype has definitely sizzled that down a lot. I don't know. If y'all can't accept that, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, it sizzled out, quite a bit.
Yeah, on PC.
oh, it's sizzled out on Xbox.
No, it's not. I mean, I've been playing it on Xbox. I actually was playing that shit yesterday. Like, I don't see no signs
How
of
many hours you got in it, Smoove?
in Halo.
Yep.
I got a clean 7 days.
Smooth when people
How
when
many
this
hours approximately?
All right, what's 7 days divided by, like, nigga, 24 hours
Tells
times
you your
7?
yeah,
Yeah, no, but on
hours in the
Xbox,
game.
here. Let me go to my Xbox app right here, right now.
you saying you got, let me do the math. You saying
Yeah,
you got
24
over
times 7.
168 hours.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
These
well,
niggas think
listen.
I'm playing. Think
Alright,
I'm
Listen.
I'm looking at my Xbox Live friend list. I have Halo, Madden, Minecraft, YouTube.
Oh, you ain't got no
Fortnite,
damn friends on
Fortnite.
Xbox. You gotta go. Like,
I've got 148. Thank you.
I got over 1,000. Like, what the
Ooh.
fuck?
So read off your
How many
list.
of those
Go ahead.
1,000 are playing Halo?
Read off your list right now, Smooth.
Well, I don't want to get into a whole bunch of,
Let's read off about 20, 30.
anecdotal-
Go ahead.
Read off-
anecdotal
go ahead.
evidence
Read
and
off,
whatever. But
And no. In fact, screenshot it, Smooth, and post it on Twitter. Don't read it all.
Hey.
Screenshot it and post it on Twitter.
hey, man,
Screenshot what? How many people are currently playing it?
No, screenshot your friends list, the very top of your friends list.
Oh, what they're currently playing right now.
Yep, and post it on Twitter.
Okay.
The very top.
A lot of Halo on there, Smooth.
but I don't want to, I don't want
I
to.
just see a lot of people online. I'm not wasting my time.
I don't want to stay on that too long. But like, listen,
I'm
yeah.
not wasting my time,
you know, That's the thing. Microsoft doesn't show they do everything to go out their way to like kind of make it impossible for you to figure out those numbers. But I know what's up.
Here's the thing. You know the numbers are high. Microsoft be bragging like they always do. They ain't bragging.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, what else we doing? Okay, Hitman Trilogy was announced.
I have a question on this. So, Hitman Trilogy, is this a new set of 3 games, or is this the first 2 games and then a new 3rd game? Because there's already 2 currently out, right?
Hitman, it'll bring 2016 Hitman, 2018's Hitman 2, and 2021's Hitman 3.
Okay. Well, that's already out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, though. So it's all 3 games, bro. Hitman is dog shit.
No, I
I'm s-
disagree.
I'm sorry. Like,
I
Hey,
definitely
them
disagree.
bitch ass Rams.
I'm not
won. They
enjoying it at
survived.
all.
thank God.
I like Hitman.
I just started.
And I hate
today.
bald people, and I like Hitman. So that tells you it's good.
What more people do to you?
They're the bane of the
Shit,
earth.
You want a list? We could
No,
be here all
you're right,
night
you're
going
right.
over the
You're right. You're right.
transgressions
My
of bald-
bad. You're right.
We could go
It's-
here all night on the transgressions of bald people in the gaming community.
Well, and I'm being a little bit harsh when I say Hitman is dog. It's stagnant. Like, I feel like there's virtually no difference between Hitman that came out in 2011, Hitman Absolution, and Hitman 3. Like, it's just
I disagree.
it's-
That's it. That's over.
it's they already said that. Why are all y'all niggas on different like times for this game? Anyway, yeah, like I just don't feel like the series has evolved much. Like it feels like the very same game, and it's like, and I don't even think it's like, I don't even like the stealth mechanics like that. I don't really feel like it's a full on stealth game. Sometimes I feel like it's an incognito game. Like it's almost like how Assassin's Creed stealth feature used to be like, oh, just, blend into the crowd type thing, but I don't really feel like it accommodates different stealth mechanics and a whole bunch of stealth features for you to actually, avoid. It's more about blending in, but whatever. I just don't like it.
You played the new ones enough. I completely disagree. Like Absolution, you could play that like a third-person shooter and just run and gun and stuff. This one is very tactile and things like that.
Yeah, I'm good off that until they like overhaul it and make a bunch of different changes. I'll probably never play it again.
As soon as the third part comes to Steam, I'll definitely be on it.
Okay. From Software, rumored to be working on an Armored Core game.
Came back to talk about rumors, man.
No, they actually showed
Jack, you got something better to do?
It's Dr.
I'm
Trey's
gonna be
show.
watching football. What the fuck is you talking about? What's
Jack,
all these rumors?
Shut your ass up. We gonna get to the good stuff. You sit your fat ass
man,
down
there's a
and
lot
wait.
of rumors. Hey man, what's a lot of
Yeah, this is news, nigga. We missed out on a lot because niggas had days off.
Man, this bitch being chatty patties, man. Let's wait till this shit happen.
We
Can we
always
talk about
chatty patties.
Can we talk about some shit that actually happened? I mean, goddamn.
Nigga, we were gone for a while. We gotta play catch up. Nigga, did you enjoy your Sundays off, Mr. Sir?
Nigga, we've been gone for like 6 weeks. I ain't heard shit about no Armored Core. Don't nobody give a fuck about that.
You ain't been paying attention. Hey,
Don't
Jack.
nobody care about that.
Hey, Jack, I understand your Titans lost.
Jack, they're trying to avoid the topic at hand. They
That's
know
what-
that
that's
they know
what's
that
going on
they know
University.
that me and kids
University,
me and kids will be on their ass.
They're
They trying to avoid
what
it.
will happen, University. If we go to the main topics first, we'll end the show on the main topics. We'll never talk about anything else.
Exactly. We gonna get to that.
Makes
All
sense.
the small things out of the way first.
I ain't gonna wait
You
till
know
the
that
end.
makes sense. I'm with him.
I ain't gonna wait till the end. Don't worry. Listen, Jack is salty. The Titans is out of the playoffs again. Don't be fooled. That's what this is really about, nigga.
No,
You ain't
I'm
fooling
just trying
nobody.
to figure out why we talking about all these rumors.
He couldn't have possibly thought they
said
was
that
gonna get
Bully
anywhere.
2 might come out within the. Who gives a shit?
Rumors don't matter. They don't be happening a lot.
What was that voice though? What was that
But hold
voice?
on,
though? Was that like
didn't a
Mouse?
teaser website
Mouse?
open up or something?
A lot of them rumors be bullshit. That's my point.
So hold on, Jack. Why weren't you
Is he
complaining
doing Mickey
about
Mouse
rumors
voice?
of Fire Emblem and Metroid?
What'd you say?
Why weren't you complaining about rumors?
That's
of-
more. At least that's more interesting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I mean,
To be true, none of you guys do care about Armored Core. Let's be real here.
I care about Armored Core.
That's why I brought it up. I know Bond is into those type of games. I hate all you niggas. I'm gonna be real.
Go
I wanna slap.
ahead.
I want to slap Jack.
I love piloting ACs. ACs are fun as shit.
I'd rather play an Armored Core over a Souls game for sure. But
I like games like Front Mission. I mean, you know what? Front Mission will be an amazing game right now because it's Fire Emblem, but with mechs.
Okay. All right. Let me move on. Let me try to find something Jack's fat ass will be. Oh yeah. I bet you probably won't have a lot to say about this, but yeah. So God of War on PC released while we were gone. A great port. Gotta say so myself. Runs really well. What you got to say about this, Jack?
Mod community is very good.
Why you ask me about a PC game?
Oh, okay. What you mean? It's made by Sony Santa Monica.
don't give a fuck about that shit, man.
Oh man, you see, there's no pleasing this guy, folks. You see,
I'm
there's
just-
no
what,
pleasing him.
what do you want me to say, BG?
Listen, I'm just trying to find something that's like up your alley because you don't want to talk about rumors. You don't want to talk about God of War on PC.
I don't really. I'm not. I mean,
Okay, well, okay. So God of War came out on PC. It's a good port. Its peak concurrent players hit about 73,000. Cory Barlog actually said that it was the PlayStation developers that badgered, these are his words, I believe, badgered Sony to bring games to PC. And hey, you can get it. You can let me know if you believe it or not. He said they badgered him to bring it to PC. And
I know that's what he said, but I said cap.
Okay, why don't you believe that his words? Why do you think he's capping?
Okay, so here's my point. So what? Okay, so when they asked him about God of War Ragnarok, he was like, "Oh, I don't know. That's up to Sony." But I'm like, bro, you just said you badgered them to get God of War on PC. Why you not badgering now? So, like, at the end of the day, if anybody really believed that the people at the bottom convinced the people at the top that to make more money, give me a break. The people at the top.
He didn't say they convinced him. He said they were talking about they wanted to.
Okay, well, he got a desire to.
I
okay,
can tell
fine.
my boss I want to do something. That doesn't mean he's going to allow me to do
No,
it.
listen. Okay. If that's what he meant, then okay, that's fine.
Question about that too, though, right? Because I can understand them being like, "Oh, we want this to go to PC," in hopes of getting more revenue for themselves. But when they put it on PC, did that get them more revenue? Did they pay increase? Like
it did.
It
does.
You're a dev.
It does,
sure?
and that's why the developers would want it to go to multiple platforms because
Well,
the
then,
developers
okay,
the developers' bonuses and pays is based on how much the game sells.
You sure? Because some bonuses is like how much, like what
Bonuses can be review scores too.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it depends. You're right. It might be the situation. I don't know what's going on.
But if you develop a game that sells nothing, you're not getting bonuses for that.
Facts.
Okay.
We both agree.
And they claim that even though it wasn't Santa Monica that made the port, it was in development for at least 2 years. That's what they claim. So,
so a year after it came out on PlayStation, they was already planning on putting shit on PC.
Hey man, that's their word. That's what they say.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what they say.
They probably would say the same thing for the next games too, but big balls.
Yeah, they want to sell them on PlayStation, then release their shit 6 months later on PC. Yeah. They ain't slick.
I mean,
just to get you all the double dip.
Yeah, of course.
Remember when Tomb Raider came out? And then like 6 months later it was on PC, and people were like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, Tomb Raider? That didn't go to PC day one?
No.
Really?
No.
Wait. Tomb Raider.
I think that was before the Xbox
Tomb Raider
thing.
didn't go to PC day one. It went
before
they
they started prioritizing PC.
It went like 6 months later. No, it went 3 months later. It came out, and I think like that
Damn.
January.
That feels like ancient history for some reason.
Yep. And then people are like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I tried the game out. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I benchmarked it, and y'all know what I did afterwards. But it's a great
Delete your
PC.
Steam account.
Hey man, I buy enough games to to make it like blend in that it doesn't look suspicious. But it runs really well, man. I just wanted to try it out, see how it goes. Good port. All right. Let's get into I guess the hot topic. There's still a bunch of other stuff we got to get into, but let's get into the hot topic, which is the Xbox and Activision acquisition, along with Blizzard and King and all them studios under. So let me just do the quick rundown, right, on the details of it. So Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard and King for $70 billion. Of course, this is a push, obviously, for Xbox Game Pass on PC because in this deal they get a bunch of PC games. There's COD. Some of the IPs under this is COD, Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk, Skylanders, Diablo, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, StarCraft. The deal is reportedly going to be done in mid 2023, like the summer of 2023. Bobby Kotick, who is the current CEO, is going to remain there until the deal is done, and then when he leaves, he's going to be paid out crazy amount of millions of dollars. What is it? 300
million.
Yeah, insane, right? Just to leave out gracefully. He's going to be made that much richer. I just want to put out there, like, yeah, people are talking about, the FTC and regulations or whatever this is. This is not anything near a monopoly. I know people are throwing out that word, and yeah, these commissions have said they're going to review this deal and everything like that. It's going to pass. It's going to pass. Most people don't know the real definition of monopolies and all this stuff. They're just throwing the word around, and we've seen a lot of
automatically not monopoly because their games will be on PC and Xbox. So by default, it's not. You can get it on multiple places, and then not to mention, games like Crash and Spyro, those will probably still go to Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid the whole monopoly conversation because you've seen that word on Twitter with both. Bro, you've seen it, like, people comparing it to, like, saying PlayStation has a monopoly on anime. The Xbox thing is a monopoly. People just clearly don't know what the hell a monopoly is. Niggas was sleep in class, right? Or that No Child Left Behind is going crazy right now. So we don't even have to talk about that because it's not a monopoly. It may feel like the trend of them buying publishers might feel monopolistic, but that's not what it is. So it's a lot I'm sure, I know it's a lot to break down with this, but just want to get people's thoughts on this.
Go first or last? Because I know people like to respond to what I have to say.
You can go first.
All right, so pause. This is a good move. This is an insane move. I mean, you think the largest acquisition before this is what? Bethesda, $7 billion. They did 10.
It was actually Take-Two like a week before. They bought Zynga.
At 12.
How much?
Yeah,
I'm talking Microsoft's biggest acquisition.
Okay,
Then this would be the one.
They did that 10 times. And this is smart because whether we want to believe it or not, this is the truth. Sony will buy studios, and those studios will then make original games that are quality and good. Microsoft buys studios and tells them to keep doing what they're doing. They're not really buying studio. They're not gonna buy the people that make Call of Duty and tell them to make something different. They're not gonna tell people. They're not gonna tell Bethesda not to make Elder Scrolls. Like, they buy established things and they want them to keep going, while Sony will buy people and tell them to make other things. Whatever. Two different strategies. Whatever. Quality is quality. If it's good, it really doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter to me because I own a PC, but you'd be stupid to think this doesn't matter into the industry, because right now there are a lot of people that cannot get PlayStations and cannot get Xboxes. And I was talking to my brother about this today. He's as casual as they come right now. And for these people that cannot buy a system right now, if they were, remember, these people play FIFA, Madden, 2K, Call of Duty, maybe one or two other games a year. If you told the industry right now, people, you can only get Call of Duty on Xbox, to me, there's no way in hell that the PlayStation could ever hope to outsell the Xbox in America. Straight up, it wouldn't happen. Unfortunately, I've been reading things that Microsoft is going to continue to release the games on the PlayStation, which I think is a mistake. Because look, you're not making $70 billion back. This isn't a move that you made to make money back. This is a long-term money move you're making to build up user base, subscriptions, and other people to then make your money back by supporting the Xbox platform as a whole. You're not trying to make this money back by these individual studios selling their games. Do we agree on that, or do we disagree on that?
It's definitely a long-term play.
Yeah, long-term.
Okay, so we're on agree with that. So I do not, like, if I'm Microsoft, I guess I'll keep Minecraft on all the things. I guess I'll keep Warzone on PlayStation because it's already there. Anything that already exists, I'll keep. But start up with the next Call of Duty? No. It's going to only be on the only console will be on is an Xbox. As far as Nintendo goes, I'll give them games like, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, because I think everybody would agree that would make sense, right? But outside of that, nah, you got to buy an Xbox. You got to buy an Xbox. Or you got.
I don't think they're gonna do that though, because Microsoft is in dire need of exclusive kid-friendly stuff, and to give it to Nintendo is not exclusive.
Phil Spencer said specifically that he wants to start making games like Nintendo.
Yeah, and Nintendo, that's one thing Nintendo have more than anybody else is kid-friendly stuff. I don't want to give them more.
But
we don't have any.
But my point is this: you're never going to compete with them on that level, so you might as well have it there so you can sell copies. Like it's just
thing is, I mean,
you can compete with Sony to a degree, but when it comes to family friendly, like that's never going to be a battle you'll win. Period. So you might as well put those.
They're not trying to win; they just want a variety.
But that's what I'm saying. You might as well just put those 2 titles there to make as much money as you can. Because let's be real, the family-friendly audience is primarily there. But I would not. I don't know why Phil wants to be so friendly, but I would not put Xbox on PlayStation outside of Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
That was just him being sneaky. That was PR talk. Because if you check it out, he said we have a desire to keep it on PlayStation. Yeah. And I told people, well, I have a desire to date Rihanna. So, but
they also got a desire to put Game Pass on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But my conclusion is, a lot of people say it's unfair or whatever. Look, there's no rules in business. Sony came in with the PS1 and signed 200 developers. Tough shit. They flexed their money on Nintendo. So here's the perfect analogy right now, right? Here's the perfect analogy. Sony is LeBron. LeBron went and, he went to the best team and got the best players and the best developers and stuff.
This is my analogy.
But now that KD and other players are doing it, I can't believe he's going to the... Oh, well, why are you complaining now? You did it. When you did it was cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you did it was cool. But when KD went over to Golden State, and then when KD went over to the Nets, now y'all got problems. So, it's the same thing. So... different philosophies of, getting studios to do original stuff or getting studios to keep doing what they've been doing. But honestly, it doesn't bother me. 1, because I'm a PC gamer and I'm going to get everything anyway. And 2, I want to see how Sony will respond. That's all I got to say. You guys can go.
I guess, Kids Move, I want to hear you. And then I guess Xbox, you can go if you have something to say. I want to hear Kids Move.
Incredible.
When you say Xbox, do you mean me or...
Shut your door. What's up, Blandrew?
Yo, Blandrew is like goo on my brother and me.
He's not as cool as Bill. Come on now.
This was a very incredible move. I actually agree with Bond in a lot of the cases in terms of I would so sorry, I gotta clear my throat. I wouldn't dare give any PlayStation, or in that fact, I wouldn't give Nintendo either anything. I treat this deal just like Bethesda's ZeniMax, but I understand that this Activision deal is obviously it's much bigger than a ZeniMax and whatnot, and it does have instant ramifications of what happens. Whereas ZeniMax, they don't put out annual games. Activision does, and that annual game just happens to be the #1 seller almost every year, especially on other platforms. So I know they have to speak candidly in terms like that, so they don't alter lawmakers and antitrust. They want it because if they're going to be looking at this deal closely, they got to either not say nothing or reassure people that what they're doing isn't going to violate or create any sort of thing that they can consider as a monopoly, even though technically, I mean, it comes down to really one's opinion, or if they decide, oh, this is considered monopolistic. But for Xbox, obviously, I'm rooting for it. I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? I didn't expect Activision. I just thought Activision would be one of those publishers that's just too big, untouchable. I look at Activision and I look at Take-Two. And I thought the biggest ones that they could get and be okay. I thought it would have been EA. Otherwise, I was looking at Ubisoft or Bandai or something like that. I know, but EA it's just that because they have that relationship with EA, and they kind of established them, and I thought that's what they were building
Okay.
towards. But and now what it tells me with a acquisition like this, you know, EA's probably not in play. Neither is probably Ubisoft. And what they did was sign these crazy long-term deals with them to guarantee releases and Game Pass deals. Like we know Ubisoft Plus is coming. So when you got that, you know, signed on for your platform, you don't really need to essentially
Who
acquire
does that
them.
leave out?
What?
Out of the big ones, you said they made deals with Ubisoft and deals with EA. And who's the last one they didn't make a deal with?
They didn't make one with Take-Two, but I don't
There's several though. There's like
there's several publishers, but I'm talking about the biggest, like Activision. So, for example, how I see it is, I knew Microsoft was going to go after a big publisher, right? A big publisher, and those big publishers would have been either Activision, EA, or Take-Two. I don't suspect them to get multiple of them, like Activision and Take-Two. I expected one of them.
They will.
And the opportunity came for Activision, and they're the big. When you think about it, they're the biggest one. So they struck while the iron was hot. That was their chance. They got it, and they got it for a $30 billion discount. So
where that number from?
Well, where was Activision worth before this whole scandal and stuff? They were worth like over $100 billion, right?
Well, that's
I heard.
I think like 70-something billion or something.
I heard like it was like 100 and something a share, and then it because of the
but when
thing
you
with
add
Bobby.
that up,
Because
when you add that
Bobby,
up, that
went
turns
down.
it. When you consider like, say if they,
does anybody think the sale would have happened without what's going on in that company?
No, I don't. I
No,
don't think
that's
so.
why
I think
I
they would have
thought
tried, but I don't think it would have.
So the thing is that I'm like, I would like for, you know, I understand what Phil is doing, but I'm pretty much just looking at this ZeniMax deal and like, okay, you know, we've heard this whole stuff before, this vagueness, this open-ended answers you have to kind of read through, but I'm like, we have a clear example which was like less than a year ago. So but in terms of Call of Duty, like I said, I do what I would anticipate is the whole Warzone thing, or if they put out, let's say they do like a games as a service free to play like zombies mode, like I would expect that they'll put that on everything. But I do think mainline games will be exclusive after PlayStation's marketing deal, whatever. I don't know when that runs out. Whenever that deal comes to a close, that's when I expect the games to be Xbox based, and that probably will fall in line right around the time where the games aren't annual anymore. But I think it's epic. I think it's an epic deal. I'm happy for it. It does put Xbox, if it closes, I think it puts Xbox in like a crazy position. And like my thing is, okay, what does Sony does Sony make another acquisition to compete, or do they try to work with Xbox to keep Call of Duty on that platform? And if so, what do they do? Is it like I mean, there's some, I mean, I look at Spider-Man and all this other stuff, but I'm just saying that like there's gotta, the next time they talk about Call of Duty and Microsoft is in ownership, I don't think it'll be like the same situation if Call of Duty is going to remain on that platform.
And you know what makes it worse, Smoove? Battlefield is trash. So it's not like people can be like, oh, whatever, they got Call of Duty, I'll go play Battlefield.
You know,
yeah, I got a lot to say about this. Actually, you want to go first?
Let me just. What I think about it, man, is I think that they struck with the irons hot so they could get it at a discount, and they wanted to make a statement because I think they want to do a little boxing in, like they want to box out big competitors. When they said 2-3 years ago they don't consider PlayStation or Nintendo competitors, all of y'all laughed. The PlayStation fanboys got triggered. Oh, y'all in third place and you talking like that? Because they were like, yo, bro, we're a different type of we're on a different level than Sony. Period. They're like 20 plus times bigger than Sony's company. So it's like these type of transactions right here. That was a Nintendo. Like they spent more money than Nintendo is worth in one transaction.
They
And what
wouldn't
that
have done
did,
that if they weren't competing, though, man.
yeah, of course. But I've been saying it for months though. Ask BG. I've been tweeting out the thing where if the CEO of a $2 trillion company comes out and say, "Yo, we're all in on gaming," How do y'all think? Like, how do y'all get this false sense of security that they were just gonna wait around and hope that Game Pass is gonna work? They're gonna do the Disney. What Disney did? Disney, for Disney Plus, they got 21st Century Fox for like $70 billion. See, a lot familiar, right? Then they went and got Star Wars. They went and got Marvel. They put that all together with their Disney homegrown stuff, and then boom, they got Disney Plus, and they got 100 million subscribers in 18 months. Now Microsoft want to do the same thing, so they got Bethesda, they got the big boy Activision, and now the third Infinity Stone, the final Infinity Stone. They're gonna get another publisher, and no, it's not a monopoly. It's nowhere close. I put it on my Twitter today. Like that's just some of the publishers off the top of my head. It was like over 30 big publishers worth over $1 billion, like worth over a billion or close to a billion. And it's like y'all think that that's a monopoly. Remember, interactive entertainment, that's what the law sees it as. And with interactive entertainment, you can go to mobile gaming, VR gaming, cloud gaming, console gaming, PC gaming. In the eyes of the law, that's all gaming. So Microsoft doesn't even control 5% of all of that. So how could they be a monopoly? They can buy 3 more publishers. I'm trying to tell you, like, they can't buy. I don't think they would allow them to buy Nintendo, because that would
You
close off
can't because they're a
a
Japanese
part of a
company.
market. Exactly, that too. But also it would affect the market. But like if a third party wants to sell to them, they're gonna have to gobble up. Think about it. Tencent gobbled up like what 30 studios in the last 2 years. Nobody says monopoly. Embracer
No,
Group,
they've been saying it, but they've just been dumb about it too.
yeah, Embracer Group been scooping up stuff.
Yeah, I actually
Nobody has said the
spoke.
word.
I actually spoke to
Microsoft
an
picks up
employee
11
from
studios and
Embracer
they
Group. Yeah.
crying. I'm like, wait, what? Do y'all know? Listen, a publisher is just a group of studios. That's all it is, right? So Bethesda was 8 studios. That's a lot of studios, but it's still just 8. Like I'm telling you, I just named two groups of companies that literally bought 30 plus studios in the last couple years, and nobody bats an eye. Like I think Embracer Groups has like 76 studios. That's not a monopoly. But Microsoft
It
is
doesn't
30.
make news for some reason because I spoke to somebody from Embracer Group, like an actual employee, right,
Yeah.
in Discord and everything. Like when and I see everything Embracer Group buys, but like you gotta like search deep down into gaming news to find any reports of it. And like they don't even talk about this.
The gaming journalist is a sham. Like there's no such thing as game. Anyway, we're not gonna get down there, but there's no such thing as gaming journalism. It's dead.
And G4
These
proved
people are
that.
it's listen. It's gaming PR. That's literally what it is. It's gaming PR. Because how does the biggest acquisition in entertainment history, nobody knows, get leaks it? Nobody sees it. Nobody do. What are y'all doing?
You know, that's a
Like,
very
like
good point. Where were all the insiders on
yeah,
this
like
one?
exactly. That's my point. Like
Where
the
were all
big
the
dude,
so-called insiders?
it's almost $100 billion, and none of y'all got a whiff of it. That's pathetic. That's really pathetic. And
Where's
like I
Long
said, what
Tong?
it's not. It's not. It is what it is. But all I'm saying is like it is a good thing for me because one, all I'm thinking about Game Pass, baby. So it's gonna hit like 50 Game Pass games gonna hit that day when they let shit close out. I'm gonna be here for it. I'm gonna be here for everyone. Crash Bandicoot, hit me with Spyro. I don't give a damn. There's Tony Hawk. Man, let me get that. Feel me? Go back to prototype. I don't care, bruh. Just throw it on, man. If we could get a new Tenchu, bruh. But I'm just thinking about like that's like 5,000 plus devs. So Microsoft, they could use those if those devs want to transfer to a different studio, or they need more help with a certain game or something like that. Like I'm just thinking about the manpower now, and they got the
Yep.
teams. They got over like 50 projects plus of different games and teams that they could use. They could get a Banjo Kazooie game. They could get a Conquer game. Finally, a Conquer game, and they have the money to literally do this. And I keep telling people for months and months and months, yo, oh, he a fanboy. I'm like, bro, this is a listen. Microsoft is one of the top 2 companies that ever existed in the history of mankind. That's how rich they are. There have been only 2 companies that rich, and that's Microsoft and Apple. How can you underestimate that? Like a lot of people think because PlayStation 1 last generation, how could you underestimate such a colossus? Like, are y'all insane? And I'm not saying that PlayStation isn't great. I don't want PlayStation to die. I'm not insane. I don't need a monopoly either way. But what I am saying is, if this doesn't open your eyes and y'all still saying, oh, they could never get Take Two, y'all are insane. look at Disney. Disney.
I still
owns
don't think they go into
ESPN,
Take Two, but I'm gonna get into that.
Hulu. Listen,
Grand Theft Auto is
ESPN.
like Sony itself. He's staying, Spider-Man's staying there. But you do make
Listen.
up a good point about the manpower. When I was looking at the
Yeah.
studios they have, like
Damn,
5
like
of
High
those
Moon Studios, dude. It's the
No, I'm not
support
even
studio.
I'm not even talking about like the development. Like 5 of those studios are just like supplemental tertiary studios that just help out and maintain Call of Duty and things like that.
Support.
Yeah, man.
And now that Phil is saying he doesn't want Call of Duty to be a yearly game, thank God. Yo, can they throw like 1 or 2 of those support studios over to 343 and help them just get their social features and everything up?
Yeah.
Please.
So if Xbox, if you done? Or you had something else?
No, I'm done. You could go ahead.
Jack, actually, do you have any thoughts on this, Jack?
Y'all talking about it by way of Microsoft, which I agree with everything that's been said. Actually, I never thought I'd say I agree with buying an Xbox Universe in the same sentence, but hot damn, this shit is crazy. A lot of Sony guys, I just got to say, first of all, they'll be damn fools if they keep this game on PlayStation. Besides the contractual obligations, in my opinion, this is a very crippling move to the Sony PlayStation. You got to remember, right? Not only is this the top selling game on PlayStation, the top revenue earning game on PlayStation, right? You got to think about the amount of people that buy PS Plus for this game. You got to remember that Sony was organizing the MLG tournaments for this game. So no longer are they holding the tournaments. They're not going to be selling the consoles used for these tournaments. They're not going to have a promotion behind it. They're not going to have a market. They're not going to even have a fucking game, right? So this is potentially, you're talking about 70 billion spent. How many billions they finna? Matter of fact, they stocks dropped the lowest they been since 2008. Over $220 billion in stocks lost, right? So, people saying, "Oh, the market fluctuate." It don't fluctuate like that, though, bro. Come on,
Fluctuate
dog.
like
20
that.
billion. That's
Come
crazy.
on, bro.
That's crazy. So, like I said, it's a potentially crippling move. They getting closer and closer with devs like EA and Ubisoft. Imagine if they was to lock up a Madden or FIFA deal. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't no shit to laugh at.
Based on those leagues won't allow that.
Shit.
So Jackmove, let me ask you something. Do you think that they could last in a position like Nintendo? Because from where I'm standing, does it really matter? We barely got Activision games as it was, and if we did get them, we got them pretty late. Would Sony be able to last?
This is the problem with as far as PlayStation and Nintendo. I feel like if Microsoft keep going at this rate, it's gonna put Sony in a worse position than Nintendo, right? Because even though I like Sony games, first of all, Sony games don't sell as well as Nintendo exclusives, and they're not as critically acclaimed. It just is what it is, if we being honest, right? People talk about Nintendo games in a different light than they talk about PlayStation games. That's just the reality we live in. And also, you got this the thing. Nintendo and Microsoft have shown a willingness to work with each other. So I feel like Microsoft would go out of their way to be like, Nintendo, we can put like some version of Game Pass on the Switch cloud version, whatever the fuck. They wouldn't do that for PlayStation. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they gonna be in a worse off situation third party wise going forward. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. This is looking bad.
And Sony was actually talking about slowing down first party out, but isn't that true?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Are we on their ass now?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
So let me. I got a lot to say, right? So first, I got to start out with really how much I hate PlayStation fans, right? Because this is partially all these niggas' fault, right?
Amen.
So
They teased. Amen.
I think the biggest thing out of this is obviously COD. This is really a Call of Duty and Candy Crush deal, right? Like 70% of this, not saying those PC games absolutely matter. Those are huge IPs, but like this is really like COD and Candy Crush because it fulfills a lane that Xbox wasn't fulfilling before. Kids games, Candy Crush
got like 5 million subs.
Exactly. Mobile. Xbox Game Pass PC was trash before, and now you can get more games in Xbox Game Pass PC. Cool, right? So I think those are the major thing. But Call of Duty is obviously the biggest deal. Now, as far as my personal opinion, as far as like quality in the games I'm interested in, like the Bethesda deal was a bigger deal in terms of like quality and stuff like that. The Activision deal it's money makers. Like all of these games are money makers. But I play none of them. Like besides COD single player. I looked at all the IPs that Xbox gets because of Activision. I play none of these games, right? But all of these games make a shit ton of money. but as far as like games I'm interested in, the Bethesda deal was bigger. Now, people have been talking about like COD no longer being annual. I've been seeing reports about that back and forth. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully it's not.
You're interested in Starfield though.
No.
Knows what Starfield is?
I don't know what it. I don't know what the game is.
Hold on.
I'm just making sure. He said okay.
What
I don't know
reason
what the
does
game is.
Microsoft have to stop making Call of Duty annual?
Well, people say because. Well, here's the two arguments.
Y'all really think Microsoft cares about the quality of it?
I mean, listen. So the argument I've heard is, okay, if you have all these studios, right? Even though Call of Duty makes so much money, you can improve the quality of COD, which, like COD sells no matter what the quality is. So I don't know if that would matter that much, right? But that's people's argument. You don't need to release COD every year anymore if you have all these studios.
Halo, Doom, Wolfenstein.
Exactly. And then you can use the studios that used to create COD every year because they alternate. You can have those studios possibly do something else, and you have even more games now. So that's the argument, like that you stop annualizing it. And then the argument for it is, listen, why would you stop? Because it makes so damn much money, money every single year. So there's arguments for it and against it, which both make sense. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well,
Jay Barry, like people like Jay Barry,
they definitely won't do. They could definitely not do it every year. I mean, they delayed Halo for an extended period of time.
No, I'm just saying, like, people like Jay Barry and Persona, just to point them out specifically, they went on like this whole tirade about how they're not going to buy Call of Duty Vanguard, how it's a step down, the animations are trash, it's this and that. And then they preloaded the game before it even came out. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you're doing with Call of Duty when it pertains to quality. The people will still buy it, and it'll get Game Pass subscribers up every year knowing that the new Call of Duty game will be there.
Yeah, Game Pass is not, Call of Duty is not something that sells based on quality. Like, like some of them had major dips, like Call of Duty Ghost, and then there was another one.
Vanguard.
And then and then there was another one. Like, which one was it? Like, was it one of the Black Ops? 4 might have sold really bad, but like that's selling really bad.
It might be that one in space or whatever. Like
people got tired of the space and futuristic shit, but like selling bad for COD is still outselling everything else.
Yeah, that's
right. True. So. We'll see if they annualize it or not, right? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I think the reason why they non-annualize it, not for like quality reasons. I think it's just to relieve all those studios from having to work on Call of Duty. I think you still leave like Treyarch and Infinity Ward, but you free up Raven, you free up Toys for Bob, and the other ones that used to make all these other games. And I think it would be smart that way, so that you can put like. Allow Treyarch to completely focus on their window. I mean, they could still probably keep their 2 to 3 year window. And the same thing with Infinity. But I think that the position that will put them in there is like when they take that year off, like how they did with Forza. You take that year off when it would usually come out, and then that sort of like resets the cycle. But sorry, BG, I didn't mean to stop you.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So yeah, and getting back to PlayStation dudes, the reason why I hate these dudes so much is because, all last generation, what did I continually complain about? Where are the PlayStation multiplayer games? Where are they? Where they at? Like, you're charging for PSN. Why aren't you making games to actually use PSN to play? What did the PlayStation fan base tell me left and right? Oh, go play COD. Well, looky do here, nigga. Looky do here. Well, you don't say. Go play COD. See, that's why I actually wish that it was going exclusive to Xbox. Because that's what you niggas get. That's exactly what y'all get.
I agree.
I said, where are the multiplayer? Why? Listen, I love these first party games just as much as anybody else. But why did niggas act like that was the only thing that mattered?
They got Destruction All-Stars and Godfall. They good.
Like,
you don't need a damn thing.
They told me, go shut up, go play Madden, go play COD, go play this, go play that, and I tried to tell them. I tried to tell them the same way Xbox had to make better single player games, which they're still working on that. That still remains to be seen. PlayStation had stop this. PlayStation had to make some multiplayer games, and now Battlefield is trash. COD is at least for the next, they'll probably get the next 2 CODs guaranteed, the next 2. But after that, who knows what Phil Spencer would do? What his statement was just straight PR.
One more.
They'll get 2 more. They'll get 2 more.
One more.
Do anybody know what the actual contract is? Because people keep talking about this contract. What is the contract?
All right, so whatever deal that Sony, because so Sony had marketing rights for Call of Duty since 2016, right? And that was what, Black Ops
About to be gone.
3. So whenever that runs out, then they got to renegotiate that deal. But at that point, they would be renegotiating with Microsoft.
Mm-hmm. So
that ain't happening.
Yeah.
So
you know what Microsoft gonna tell them? This is how we share games on Xbox.
so like I said, like you spent all this time sleep, because that's what they were doing. They were sleep, right? Not investing in multiplayer experiences, which make you money over time. Single player games for the most part only make you money on that one sale, and look what happened. A whole bunch of multiplayer games and, online experiences swept up from right up under you, right? So that's why I hate PlayStation gamers, because they didn't demand more multiplayer games to be made. Now, PlayStation has like 5. There's like 5 online multiplayer experiences being made. There's Deviation. What is it? Deviation Studios? We don't know what the hell that is. It's rumored to be like a first person shooter, might have some RPG elements. There's that studio by Jade Raymond, but you don't know. We don't know nothing about those. All we know is they're multiplayer. Of course, there's Twisted Metal, and there's like 2 more that I can't think of at the moment. So they're investing in it, right? But it's
Xbox got. Yo, talk to this guy who just did that, man.
Hey, type in the comment section, man. But yeah, like it's they're on their way, and then there's factions, of course, but still. It's hella late, bruh. It's hella late.
PC game they coming out with free to play. That shit about
listen,
be
I hope it's not free to play. If it's free to play,
it's gonna be free to play, cross play with PC. Niggas gonna be cheating on there. That shit about to be ass.
If it's free to play, I'm gonna be very depressed. But like I said, I gotta just hope that it's not, right? Because here's the thing, right? Because obviously, Microsoft has always had money, right? So it's like, okay, well, what's the difference? The simple difference is Satya, finally, I can't remember if he was the one that didn't believe, but he had to convince Phil Spencer had to convince Satya to convince everybody above him, let's invest in Xbox, because they wanted to sell off the Xbox brand. They didn't even believe in the shit. So now that they started believing in this shit, okay, the Xbox division can get some money that Microsoft has. That's the pivotal changing point. That's all it is. That's the difference. Because Microsoft, you got to understand, like, this is Microsoft is going after is like a lion going after wounded gazelles, right? Because they're not going after healthy publishers. They're not going. No, I'm saying like acquisitions. They're not going after like healthy publishers, right? Because if you're healthy and you're doing great, Xbox, I'm good. You can go F off.
Yeah, you don't want to be sold.
Like, cause look, Bethesda games weren't selling. They were doing terrible. They were struggling. That's why when Xbox came to them, they were like, hell yeah. Like all them games were flopping. All Bethesda games were flopping, right? Okay, so that was an opportunity for Xbox. The obviously with Activision, the opportunity was niggas drinking breast milk out of the fridge. Like, yes, niggas like the whole story about like all the.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that really happened. All bro, I'm just using that as an example. There's a long list of insane shit that was happening. Yeah, the Bill Cosby, the Bill Cosby shrine.
Yeah,
it was not like that.
Yeah, the Bill Cosby shrine. All of this fuck shit that was happening within Activision, and Bobby Kotick was just collecting his millions. That's what left them able to be bought. Because if things were great, if everything within the studio was great, because money wasn't the issue. It was PR. It was an internal problem. If everything was just good, then this deal probably wouldn't have happened. There was a rumor that they were trying to buy Capcom. Capcom was doing bad before. I think that was like circa 2010. Capcom was down bad. And I think that was around the time.
10 million at one point, weren't they?
Yeah,
They had fell off.
That's their fault, though.
yeah, exactly.
It
And that was around the time that Xbox had tried to purchase them, I believe. So all I'm saying is Xbox waits for opportunity. Microsoft waits for opportunities to buy, right? I don't think it goes after complete, or it may do it, but the studios turn it down. So that's all I'm saying. They're very opportunistic, which is great business. And I just, like I said, this wouldn't be so bad for y'all, because like I don't care about Call of Duty and all those other IPs personally, but business wise, it's a huge deal, just a gigantic deal. But it wouldn't be so bad for y'all if PlayStation, actually had some, multiplayer games. And I'm not trying to hear nothing about that. I'm not trying to hear, what if it don't work? What if it's not successful? Like that's bullshit excuses. Because y'all, what if Microsoft said, we're not gonna make single player games because we're not good at it and it might not be successful? Y'all gonna look at them like y'all stupid. But for some reason, when it comes to PlayStation and multiplayer games, they're like, y'all like, no, they're good at single player games. Let them do what they're good at. Like, why bother making multiplayer? Like, what are you talking about? They have great IPs you could bring back, and I believe they would be successful. Even if there's a chance, of course, there's a chance that it wouldn't be successful, but that don't matter. You still have to take the chance. SOCOM, Killzone, Resistance.
They did that when they had the market to themselves last generation. Now they got competition, and any flop is gonna hurt because they can't just like gloss over the Knacks and the Order 1866s and all of the trash Godfalls and all of the stuff that PlayStation fanboys just never talk about. They only talk about God of War and Last of Us, but
Wait, BG.
Yes.
You truly believe Resistance, Killzone, Odor, and all
Yes.
these other games are
Yes.
truly...
That shit gonna flop.
Yes.
That shit gonna
Yes.
No.
Flop.
It would be successful.
Flop.
Listen. Those games would be. Listen, and here's the
They weren't
thing.
successful when they came out the first time.
Yes, they weren't bad for that time. They didn't do bad for that time they came out. Because here's the thing, right? People keep measuring success of these multiplayers by Call of Duty. Nothing is near Call of Duty, but people don't consider these other multiplayer games failures. What game is near Call of Duty in terms of money or player base?
Killzone 2 did well. Ain't that like the only one? Did the other ones do well?
I mean, Killzone 2 was the best one, yeah.
I'm talking about sales-wise. Did any Resistance game do crazy numbers? Like
all of them sold like 2-3 million. All of them were in that range. But
So
what I'm
Horizon
saying,
in its
I don't think they would
single
sell like that now.
Horizon in one game outsold those entire franchises.
bro. But here's my argument towards that, right? Every PlayStation IP right now is selling better than the past. Look at God of War. God of War 2018 sold 20 million. Look, God of War 1, 2, and 3, the fourth one and got all the prequels didn't sell that combined.
That's true.
All of those combined. Exactly. PlayStation IPs are selling more now than ever.
It's not even so much the industry. It's just that they
had a
changed
big
God of
piece of the
War into
market.
something that the modern day PlayStation fan would like more than a
check this out.
traditional.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
anybody that can't jump.
No, but I'm gonna say this: they bring it back, Twisted Metal, which they changed developers on already. But that game is gonna flop. I don't give a fuck. This is the problem. I don't care how good that game is. It's not even about quality. That game is not gonna sell. People are not gonna buy and play that. Bruh, I'm willing to bet a lot. This is the thing about Call of Duty, and I think Porter Wright just said this on Twitter. You cannot replace Call of Duty. You cannot
You don't
replace the
have to,
name
though.
of Call of Duty alone, let alone, not even talking about the quality. Nothing that PlayStation can do can counteract this move by way of multiplayer games. It's just not gonna happen.
But
bro.
you don't
It's not
have to. You don't have to try to completely offset Call of Duty.
Exactly.
You don't.
They got Twisted Metal.
That's what
like
people.
Microsoft trying to offset God of War.
That's what I'm saying. You don't
What?
have to
Are
do
you
that.
kidding me?
People.
I thought,
Peop-
okay, so your argument not that they're gonna be successful. Your argument is you just want them to make them.
If as long as they're good. All I'm saying
I don't
is
think they're gonna be successful either.
if they're good offerings, right? Let's say right now, right? Let's say a SOCOM, Killzone, Resistance, Let's say the Order had a multiplayer, and let's say Motorstorm, all multiplayer games right now on PlayStation existed.
Shit,
no,
No,
listen to me.
BG,
Listen
stop.
to listen
Ain't
to me.
nobody
Listen to me.
playing Uncharted online.
Listen to me, bro.
Uncharted-
Listen to what I'm saying.
Look, hold on, BG. Uncharted sold around 20 million.
Jack.
Uncharted 4.
Tell 'em.
And nobody played the fucking online. We got ridiculed
None.
and mocked for playing it
And,
online.
and here's what I'm saying, right? Here's the other thing with that. When has PlayStation ever marketed the multiplayer for their games? That's another part of the problem. That's another
They
part
know
of the
it's trash.
problem. No, it's bro.
gonna waste
Like,
money on
so-
marketing.
Ain't nobody playing this shit.
bro, because one PlayStation, bro. Jack, are you telling me is Last of Us Factions not good? Yes or no?
No.
And did we not get ridiculed and mocked for playing?
Yeah, you guys got attacked by
Yeah,
that.
right.
bro.
Yeah,
Listen to what I'm
like you
saying.
play that
Listen,
trash.
listen to what I'm
This is the
saying.
thing, though.
Listen to what I'm saying. Factions
with you.
is a good multiplayer.
That nobody plays,
PlayStation,
that nobody plays.
PlayStation acts like it doesn't exist.
Because
That's
niggas
my
wasn't
point.
playing it.
Rightfully so. 'Cause
That's
the
not
people aren't
Jack. That's not
playing
true.
it.
Jack, that's not true. You know, Factions has a dedicated.
We
bro,
played it. It
bro,
doesn't have a mass
You know,
appeal.
Factions
It
has
just
a
doesn't.
dedicated community. That's why so many
Dedicated
people.
community means a smaller
Dedicated
community too.
That
though.
Yeah,
that
like 10
bro,
people.
that's why so many people were upset and still on Neil Druckmann's neck till now
This
because
is-
where's Factions?
This is the problem. What you're saying, BG? PlayStation games be having good online, but they're also niche, right? Shit like Resistance, Killzone, niggas like it, but people don't show up and play it like that. It just is what it is, bro.
Partially because PlayStation doesn't even advertise the shit. You
I mean,
you
that
wouldn't
could be-
even
that could be
you
the case.
wouldn't even know that's most of these games even have multiplayers, my nigga. You wouldn't know. It's like they don't exist.
Rightfully so.
Because and they're listen, PlayStation has made good multiplayer games. Killzone 2, Uncharted 2, Factions. These are good multiplayer games. I don't care what nobody say. But PlayStation doesn't even promote them or push them. They never have. They act like it doesn't exist.
Listen.
Get that shit
At
outta
least
here, man.
listen.
Resistance
don't
was a good
need that.
multiplayer. Like, I don't care what
They got
nobody says.
Twisted
Resistance was a
Metal.
good multiplayer.
They got Twisted Metal and they got Destruction All Stars and Godfall. They are good. They don't
Yeah,
gotta
I
worry
guess-
about no other multiplayer.
And the
I
thing
guess
is,
in the absence of a Call of Duty, those games does have an opportunity to become like something.
and listen, here's
Out
here-
of
and-
desperation, you mean?
And the other thing is like y'all got to understand like okay they greenlit a Twisted Metal. When you greenlight Twisted Metal, you have no excuse anymore for anything else. Twisted Metal is the least popular game out of everything I named. It's the least popular one, so you have no excuses.
I don't know.
No,
if
listen,
that's true.
Jack,
They-
Jack,
that's right now.
Twisted Metal out of Resistance,
Resistance is not more
Killzone, and SOCOM. Twisted Metal is the
Resistance not
least
more
popular
than
game.
Fucking Twisted Metal, dog.
It absolutely is.
Twisted Metal is
Bro,
way more respected
bro,
in the gaming industry than
No,
fucking
it's not.
Resistance.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
Jack. I listened to David Jaffe the other day, bro. He said that outside certain parts of America, they could not even get anybody to pay attention to Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal never took off. I love Twisted Metal. It never took off. Resistance is a more popular game than Twisted Metal. Like Twisted Metal is a legacy game. Like people know about it. Like, but it was never like this thing that's sold crazy. Twisted Metal is the least popular thing out of everything I named. You have no excuses anymore. If you can green like that, if you could take the chance on Twisted Metal, you can take the chance on everything else I named. You can. And it's like I said, it doesn't have you know what the worst way to like not, and I'm saying you don't have to combat Call of Duty. But you know what the worst way, if you wanted to combat Call of Duty, is to make another game like Call of Duty. That's the worst possible way.
Call a clone.
Oh, I'm about to say, yeah.
Because people are just gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna play Call of Duty. The most
Yeah, let me go do
successful,
the real thing.
the most successful multiplayer games recently were successful mainly because they were just fucking different.
Wouldn't the Resistance or Killzone MP be comparable
to
to
say,
Call of
'cause-
Duty though?
No,
Like,
no, they're first-person shooters, but they play extremely differently.
I'm about to say, weren't those games' main purpose to kill Halo or something back in the day?
That was marketing
They were
BS.
called Halo Killer and they got punished.
Killzone 2 doesn't play anything like Halo or Call of Duty. They're very different games. Listen, like like I'm saying, if those games at least existed right now, all of those games existed in a multiplayer fashion, it wouldn't at least be so bad because you can at least that's not true. You can at least say
that is true. Bro.
That is not true. You can at least say, okay, we have these multiplayer offerings. They don't have nothing.
BG, it's a reason these games are not relevant and exist in the game in spirit today. It's the reason we have 5 Uncharted and 6 and 7 God of War. If people were buying and playing them fucking games back then, they would still exist. Point blank, period.
Jack,
That's just the truth.
Jack, every PlayStation IP that is currently out, right, is selling more than their predecessors. Every single one.
But
what
gaming
does
in
that
general.
have to do with niggas not buying and playing the previous ones though? Them series are dead for a reason.
Bro, it would sell now. A SOCOM right now. If you because there's you got bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they kept.
Oh my god, bro. This is bro. SOCOM 2 at when SOCOM 2 released, it was the most popular multiplayer game, like outside of Halo. Second to Halo because they didn't because
think about what you just said, BG. It was
did a
second most popular game after Halo 2, yet there were 10 times more PlayStations than Xboxes.
You know,
like, bro, ain't nobody playing this shit, bro.
Bro, but you know what about SOCOM? At the time, Sony promoted it. Go back and look at SOCOM commercials. Those commercials were iconic because Sony promoted them. They marketed the game as SOCOM had a single player, and it had a good single player. But PlayStation marketed the multiplayer. They don't market no multiplayer now.
You got to realize though, BG, and this is just the simple truth: PlayStation gamers prefer single-player, story-driven games, action-adventure, third-person games. They don't too much like the first-person games, and they don't too much like the multiplayer competitive games.
That's partially because
the numbers have proved that for decades now. It's just
it's partially because of PlayStation not promoting it, and also a lot of these games these multiplayer games like like y'all be talking about Drawn to Death and what's this destruction game?
They tried.
No, but these are bad. That Predator game, these are bad multiplayer games.
Lawbreakers.
You can't.
But they still tried though. That's what you're saying.
Bro, Jack, you can't half-ass something and then be like, oh.
So, okay, let me ask you a question.
You can't half-ass something and be like, oh, it didn't work. Nigga, you half-assed it. You didn't even try.
You asking for the wrong thing then. What you want is franchises that are already semi-established to try to relaunch and bring out multiplayers with those. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying right now. They've tried the whatever. If we ain't like the game, that don't matter. They've tried a lot of competitive online games and nobody bought them.
Like what?
Nobody played them, and that's when Destruction All Stars.
That's not good. It's a bad game. It's a bad game.
But they tried though.
No, that's not right. Listen.
Just because you don't like the game don't mean
it's not about me not liking it though, Jack. Those are objectively bad games. You cannot put something bad. Yeah. No, listen to me. You cannot put something bad out there and be like, oh, they didn't buy it, so it didn't work. No, nigga, the game is bad. Put something good out. If that fails, then I'll shut up.
So if Killzone, Resistance, SOCOM, if those were so good and sought after, why are those games still not being made to this day?
Because PlayStation, like I said, they wanted to ignore it and go in this direction of single player games. Listen, and niggas brought it up. Cool. What I'm saying is, if you brought those back and they were done correctly, they are absolutely selling. They're absolutely selling, bro. I'm telling you. How much did God of War 3 sell? How much did God of War 3 sell?
I don't know.
Let me look up God of War 3. Maybe 5 million. It went from selling 5 million to 20. The market has changed.
But God of War 3 to God of War 2018 are two completely different games.
Okay. So what do we talk? SOCOM is not going to be the same game as the last one.
There is so much you can do with a first-person shooter. How drastically different do you expect Killzone PS5 to be from PS2, PS3, and PS4?
They can be you can make these games very different. SOCOM from you can make SOCOM. One of the problems with SOCOM is they didn't evolve the game. from SOCOM 4. Like Zipper had no idea what they were doing anymore. They had no idea what they were doing anymore.
What was
like
the last game they made? Confloptations?
Bro, the last 3 SOCOM games were just like, were bad. Definitely the last 2 were bad games. That's what I'm saying.
I don't get this.
If you actually put in the effort, the same effort, and how you back these single player games into a multiplayer game, which they seem to be doing by like deviation, like it's supposed to be AAA and all that stuff, and you don't half-ass it, the results would be different. That's what I'm saying. You can't half-ass something.
That's not true.
All right.
Because there are games that come out that are all the time that are great quality and niggas don't buy or play them.
What multiplayer game? What multiplayer game has Sony invested into? Like really invested into that failed? Like multiplayer game that was good and it failed. Name me one.
Uncharted.
That's no, Jack. Listen to what I'm saying. What multiplayer game? No, I'm saying recently. Recently. Give me something in the last, like even from last gen, like a multiplayer game Sony really invested into.
It's a reason they not doing it though, BG, because niggas are not buying and playing.
Oh my god. Based
on game they had,
based on you're basing this off of a generation 2 gens ago when we just established the market is different. You're basing this off of like over 10 years data from over 10 years ago.
If the shit was financially feasible and successful, they'll do it.
BG? Outside of Forza and Halo, Microsoft and Sony really don't make many popular multiplayer games. The ironic thing is the company that makes the most popular multiplayer games is Nintendo.
Okay,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing.
Okay,
I agree.
The audience is clear. The audience is clearly retarded, right? I never said they shouldn't make multiplayer games. What I'm saying is, you niggas in the chat, you're not gonna buy or play them. Y'all not finna buy and play Sifu. Y'all didn't fucking ask on it. Y'all don't buy and support the shit that you ask for. That's on you. Bro, that ain't on me.
We're at the point where, listen, Nintendo has better. I'm telling you, I believe they're better multiplayer games than PlayStation. How the fuck did that happen? Like that don't even sound right.
And Nintendo's always been a multiplayer.
Had better multiplayer
no, but I'm talking about even online games. Like if somebody came and like wanted recommendations on a platform with good multiplayer games, I'm pointing to Nintendo. Like Splatoon is better than any multiplayer game on PlayStation.
I just told you why this is, right? Why does Nintendo have the best multiplayer games arguably out of all the 3? They also had at least third-party support. Why does Sony and Microsoft not have a lot of multiplayer-centric games? They have a lot of third-party. You see how that works? They depend that the third party is where they cover up their weaknesses with others. It's just what it is.
Sony didn't want to make multiplayer games because they didn't want to compete with the CODs, the Fortnites, and everything.
Exactly, and that's why they stopped bringing their games out at the end of the year, because that's when all the big third-party games came. Like, bro, all this shit correlates.
Nintendo has good online multiplayer games.
The same thing that Xbox got caught for last gen. Xbox got caught depending on third parties too much. And what happened was when they effed up in the beginning and most people went towards the PS4, the third party said, the price for these exclusives got higher. And, a lot of the different perks that they used to get, like marketing deals and stuff, went out the window because the PS4 had double the player base. So now Microsoft is saying we're never going to get caught like that again. Now we have so much first-party studios, we don't have to worry about that. Now PlayStation's problem is they completely depended on third party for multiplayer. And if you look at the top 10 games that Jim Ryan posted that PlayStation gamers are playing, in the top spots was just like pure like shooters like COD. I think the first party studio game was MLB The Show to appear on the list, and that game launched in Game Pass, for Christ's sake. So at the end of the day, they depended so much on third party that now they're getting exposed because their biggest money maker because like I said, you play PlayStation games are one and done. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's okay to be a one and done game, just not okay that all your games are one and done. So when Xbox games, like I'm still playing Halo months later, Forza months later, See, you could play Sea of Thieves. You could play. I could go down the list of games that you could play months later, but Xbox still has one and done games like Psychonauts and Hellblade coming and Indiana Jones and you know what I'm saying. They still got one and done. So you have to
I want to
be
ask.
diversified.
I want to ask Jack something. So Jack, whether or not you agree that these games would be successful, I believe they would be. Do you not think, regardless
I think they should
of what you think? Okay, cool. So none of that even matters. We all agree that they should pull out all the stops. We should be getting a kill zone.
That was never my argument.
Okay.
Like I said, they've been trying. They should continue to try.
I don't think they've been trying. I don't.
Well, whatever the fuck they've been doing. My thing is they should definitely attempt this shit, but I would not be surprised if this shit falls flat on its face. I really wouldn't be.
I think PlayStation has been doing, right, is they've been seeing, okay, who's making some games out there? Okay, you F boys out there, y'all making some game called Predator. All right, throw some money out there. We don't really care what the quality.
Predator was trash.
We don't really care what the quality of that game is. Destruction All Stars, and throw some money at them. We don't really care. Let me ask you something, Jack. If those were single player games, do you think PlayStation funds that? Like the quality that they like of Predator. Do you think PlayStation funds that?
To be honest, possibly.
No. They don't.
Because
when it comes to single player games, PlayStation does their due diligence. When it comes to multiplayer games, their attitude has been like, whatever.
You know what?
We don't got none, so just throw some money around at them.
You know what, too, though? We might start seeing more of these Predators and Destruction All-Stars popping up, right? Because they're going to have to start leaning heavily on some of these AA developers, because we see how this shit is going, man. They got to get good, like how they got in good with the Kana developers. That was their first game, right? So they're going to have to start, I guess you say organic growth, right? They're going to have to start reaching out to some more of these devs.
So you still
the
think that
seafoods of the
PlayStation will
world,
win? This generation, you still think so?
I definitely think it's still possible for PlayStation and likely for PlayStation to sell the
possible.
most. No. I still think it's likely. I'm not saying this Call of Duty won't have an impact. We'll see the impact of this.
Call of Duty on every Series S, right?
But here's the thing: we won't see the result of this till about really like a year and a half, 2 years, right?
2 years. Yeah, exactly.
And this is what I'm saying. If PlayStation is not like right now putting things in motion, because like I said, they got the Deviation, they got the Haven Studios working on some stuff we don't know. Twisted Metal Factions is coming. So they have time before the impact really hits, right? To put stuff in motion, like a Killzone, like a SOCOM, like a Resistance, right? To make some type of difference. Like I said, success doesn't have to equal Call of Duty. And yeah, I think it's very likely, like at least PlayStation.
That's a problem. That's a problem too, though, BG. These games, the games you name, and these are what. Not only that, these games going to take 5 years in between development cycles, maybe 3 years at the shortest. Call of Duty's coming out every year. They're not going to be able to keep up the output.
And like I said, I mean, you. This is why you shouldn't have been reactive. You should have been proactive. That's my whole point. But y'all, we'll rely on COD. We'll rely on all the other multiplayer games or whatever.
Remember, 12 months ago, Xbox has no games. Now Xbox is a monopoly. I don't understand what's going on.
Don't let them forget Xbox Universe.
So
they teased it. So that's what you get.
I mean to go on that long ass rant about PlayStation multiplayers, but it's an important point. Like
let me just say this.
Go ahead, Andrew.
The answer is not to do Call of Duty, not to do MAG, not to do Killzone, not to do MAG, not to do Resistance, not to do any of these little shooter games that you're saying. They need to go out there and really start being creative again. Some of their most popular games that came out for the PlayStation when they had all that stuff like Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII were little creative games like Among Us, games like Fall Guys. There was even something like investing in something different like a Monster Hunter or a Pokemon style game, I feel would be more beneficial than 5 shooters trying to compete. You're not going to beat Doom. You're not going to beat Call of Duty. You're not going to beat Halo.
Doom
you're
doesn't
not
have
going to beat Quake. You're not going to beat any of those type of games.
Does.
So just try to be something.
Yeah.
So just try to be
Doom
your
doesn't.
own type
Doom.
of...
The first Doom had a multiplayer, but the second one has the second one has I think it's a co-op type. It doesn't have a competitive multiplayer anymore. Not the second one. Not Eternal.
All right.
So I would just try to be different like Nintendo. You don't have to be like the competition because you're not going to be them. You're going to be worse.
I got a question for BG. Why do you feel that just now they did this renewed? Oh, we got 25 games in development, all these multiplayer games. Why do you think they're just now doing this?
10 out of 10 of those games are director's cuts and remakes. But
emphasizing that they have multiplayer games.
What make you think it took them so long to even do this?
I don't know. Probably being reactive.
No. What would happen was they got caught by surprise at the beginning of this generation. They was sitting there fat and happy at the beginning of this generation, thinking that we just came off the PS4, best time of our lives. We don't got to do nothing. Xbox is doomed. They got no games. And then Xbox hit them over the head with the Bethesda. Then they're like, we still got this. We good. We don't even gotta do no. We don't even gotta compete with Game Pass.
You know what's funny? What the shit Xbox University saying? Like, low key, they did start talking about all that 25 game shit till that Bethesda shit came out, yo.
Exactly. Then they were like, wait, we got games too. Don't worry. Watch. Then wait. Let me finish the story. Then what happened was after they did that, and they got hit over the head with the Bethesda deal, they're like, okay. They released a statement saying we're gonna compete with Game Pass, but they ain't said nothing for like a year. Cause they sitting back like we don't have to. We just gonna let that Bethesda thing roll through. They're not gonna see Elder Scrolls 6 for years. We're gonna see what Starfield look like. We good. Then they just hit them over the head again with this boom. And then now they in panic mode now. But wait until the next one drops, because go and read the article on my timeline. You can see the investors. They said that's not even 3% of the company.
Here's why I disagree
in gaming.
Here's why I disagree with Blandrew about they're already being creative. The PlayStation first party studios, they're already making and putting out those creative type games that people buy, PlayStations for. Those are shut up. And Knack ain't been out. We ain't getting them on that. Like they're already getting the first part, like Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Santa Monica, Naughty Dog. You're already going to be getting those creative type games that PlayStation gamers want. That's happening already. What they're not getting, the void, is multiplayer games and online experiences. So they're already being creative. So I disagree with that.
No, I mean BG. I'm saying being creative in the multiplayer space. You listed 5 or 6 games that would just be competing with each other.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I'm naming some games that have some notoriety to them, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but like I said before, the worst way to compete with Call of Duty is to try to make another Call of Duty. Multiplayer games that have been successful recently are games that are different. So I agree with you there, but I think just like people like to scream left and right, oh, PlayStation, games are different from the rest of the industry and they're unique. So I think inherently, if you try to make that, if you try to make a multiplayer for these games, then they can be just as inherently unique. So
they
that's
tried that
what
in the
I'm
past,
saying.
Like God of War and shit like that, and people didn't really support that either. And I
Once
thought
again,
that was
a
fun online.
What was that God of War multiplayer?
It was on Ascension,
That shit was fun.
and it was good.
Right.
But guess what, Jack? But Jack, hold on, Jack. Back to my point. Would you have known that game had?
For PlayStation.
Would you have known that God of War Ascension had a multiplayer? If it was up to Sony,
They kind of marketed.
Sony never marketed the multiplayer for it. Never.
God of War, I feel like I heard more about the multiplayer than I did the actual main game.
They never promoted them. They never promoted that
until you guys started talking about it.
No, see, and that's the thing. Yeah, people think it's cap. God of War Ascension was a really good multiplayer. It was really good. But nobody knew it. Niggas didn't pay attention to it because Sony didn't pay attention to it. They ignored it. That's the problem.
The game is trash.
It's not. It's not. It's
What
not.
about
It's the
word of mouth?
marketing.
If it's no good, what about word of mouth?
Hold on. BG,
Sometimes word of mouth is not always enough.
You sound like the
Minecraft
old
did it.
school Xbox fans. Oh, people didn't buy it because it wasn't marketed. No, they didn't buy it because that shit
Let
was
him hear
trash.
It wasn't
Let him hear
trash.
it.
It wasn't
Amen.
trash.
Amen.
Listen, I'm not, y'all know, I would tell you if something's trash. I'm the first one to call something trash. I don't care who makes it. But those games were not. Those multiplayers were not trash. It is what it is. You can't tell me factions. You can't tell me factions is trash. I don't care what nobody say. You can't tell me it's trash. It's good. It's really good. And how does PlayStation
Metal good?
Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal was always good. What, you gonna tell me Twisted Metal as a multiplayer series wasn't? What?
No, I only played it on my PSP, so
Yes,
I don't have
Twisted
no
Metal,
experience with that.
especially Twisted Metal Black. That's probably the best one, arguably.
That was the highlight of the series.
Yeah.
But then again, that was also like 2004. So I mean,
2000, the one that came out
Yeah.
2011, also
That
good.
was-
But like,
I didn't like that one.
listen, like I said, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. If Sony actually invests into it, markets it, and promotes it, then things would be much different. Things would be fine. But
And
But
God, of War just-
Sony don't market a lot of their games. They should market and promote. That's a bigger issue altogether. They
Like
only
Dreams,
market.
I didn't even know what Concrete Genie was. When somebody said it the other day, like, oh, shit, that's a
Gravity
game?
Rush 2, Concrete Genie, like they don't market none of this shit, man. They don't give a fuck. They only market shit they know gonna sell. Spider-Man, Last of Us, God. If it ain't one of them, they not marketing this shit.
and it's dumb because this could be an ongoing, money
It's
money flow
gonna
for
get
you.
worse
Like,
too, BG. You see the documents. Oh, they're even going further with that big budgeted movie quality game shit. They don't give a fuck about these smaller, more
That's why they got our
games.
Japan studio. They got that.
And that's why
Asian boy
Xbox
the
gonna
fuck
win
up.
this
Yeah, they
generation.
don't-
I'm glad y'all
They
are
don't
here.
give a fuck about that shit, man.
I still think PlayStation is
Glad
gonna sell,
y'all look good.
gonna end up selling more consoles.
No, it won't.
I still think it will.
Hold up. Sounds like a good bet going on.
Oh my goodness. This nigga.
But
Hold on. Stop the show, BG.
oh
Smoove,
god,
what you think?
Do I think PlayStation's gonna sell more than Xbox
Yeah.
this year? This generation?
no, yeah, this generation, yeah.
Yeah, the generation.
Before the Activision deal, I wouldn't have bet against it, but I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do something bold. I think Xbox surpasses PlayStation in the US this year.
I'll
Is
take
this-
that.
You hear this safe
And I
ass
think-
bet in the
Oh,
US?
hold up.
Wait. I think they're
hold
gonna
up.
surpass worldwide
Hold
in
up.
3 years.
I need y'all to. I'm negotiating terms now. Smoove. Do we mean sales of this year or total sales for each?
I think so the cumulative sales of I would say Xbox in North America will be higher than PlayStation.
So there will be more total Xboxes in America than total PlayStation 5s.
Yes.
I will take that bet. One game?
Yeah.
All right, you heard it.
Look-
January 23rd. So that means this is the Black Baron bet. By December 31st, there needs to be more Xboxes in homes than PlayStation 5s
Yes.
In America.
in America.
All right.
And real quick, I just want to run down some things because I do not think Sony should buy a publisher, and I don't think they need to. In response to this,
They can't. They're in depth.
Well, I mean, listen, Mike, you could look up Microsoft has debt too. Like everybody technically has debt.
Yeah.
And so yeah, technically everybody technically has debt. And like people keep saying PlayStation, Sony can't buy a publisher. That's not true at all. That's literally not true. There's a difference between buying and necessarily affording, right? They can definitely buy Capcom.
They got a lot of assets. They could definitely buy.
Exactly. There's a lot of stuff businesses can do. If you don't have the cash on hand, there's plenty of stuff businesses can do if you
Loans
wanted
and
to
shit.
acquire something. Yeah, they can get loans. So people don't think about that. They can absolutely buy Capcom. Once again, I don't want them to do any of that. They could buy Capcom. They could buy Square Enix. I don't want that, right? What I'm saying is there's other things they can simply do other than buying a publisher, because I think that's not strategy. That's just looking at what your opponent's strength is and just copying it. So I don't think you do that. I think you
taking it, not copying it.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, and I'm not knocking Microsoft for using their strength. I have no problem with what they're doing. Your strength is money. That's
So
cool.
Do you have?
Yeah,
do you have,
Microsoft's like Batman. They don't got no superpower.
Yeah,
They
like-
pay for shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have trust in Jim Ryan to lead y'all through this?
No.
Jim Ryan. No, here's the thing. People sleep on Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan is not doing a bad job at all. At any point.
Shit,
Like,
he look
especially
he look like he got two black eyes. He's bleeding from the ears. Like right
no,
now.
Jim Ryan. If anything, bro, Jim Ryan is a numbers guy. I don't know why people are if this was a previous head of PlayStation, they would actually be the ones that would be what Blandrew wants, where it's like, okay, take more risks, take the loss, but be creative. That's how the previous guys were. Jim Ryan
look
is
at
a
where they
number.
got them.
They were very successful doing that.
But Jim Ryan, Jim Ryan, he's supporting the creative. Jim Ryan is supportive. Jim Ryan is supportive, but he's also the numbers guy, right? Where he's like more about the bottom line.
And you know what else Jim Ryan did? Jim Ryan, there is less when other people were in charge. There was a more importance on indie developer relations, and we were getting way better smaller games. Now we're only getting big budget AAA games. As a matter of fact, not only has Jim Ryan lessened the value of, I don't care what you say, games going to PC, it lessens the value of them on their system, right? It just is what it is. It's the point. So not only is he lessening the first party value, now the third party is getting absolved by Microsoft. Like, what we really talking?
Listen, you can't point to, what can you point to that and like literally say Jim Ryan literally like this is bad that he did this for PlayStation. Like besides the whole generation thing, which he completely lied about, there's no like actual decision that was bad that he's made.
He said nobody want to play old games for backward compatible.
Okay, but I'm saying name me like a decision he's made where like, okay, this was bad. Like
to not compete with Game Pass earlier.
I still don't believe you need to compete with Game Pass necessarily. Like I don't believe that.
So what, you gonna wait until they reach 50 million?
I don't believe that. So like I said, I'm not like a Game Pass stan, but people acting like he's done like something like egregiously wrong. I'm like, what are we talking about? What exactly are we talking about?
I'm gonna hit you right. Listen. He's the Steve
No, what I'm saying,
Kerr
he ain't did the shit right, to be honest.
So what I'm trying to say, he's Steve Kerr. So you know, like how Steve Kerr came, the guy who was there before, I forgot his name, the coach that was there before,
Mark Jackson.
Steph Curry. Yeah, he's Mark Jackson. He picked Steph Curry. He picked Klay Thompson. He said that's the best shooting backcourt of all time. They laughed at him. They act like he was crazy. Then they fired him, bringing Steve Kerr to go win the championship with his pieces.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Look, okay, let me ask BG a question. Is Sony first party developers, were they in a better situation now, or when Shuhei was in charge of them?
Now I don't really see the huge difference. What is
Hold on.
What's the huge difference?
Hold on. Is this Kid Smoove's gameplay?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yes, it is.
You
couldn't tell?
This is old. This is old. I submitted. Oh no, motherfucker! I submitted this shit back in like this November.
Yeah, this is early. This is early.
That's like 2 months ago. You only at level 16.
No, like I'm well. Like no. This is
What
old.
level you at right now?
I think 69.
All right.
I don't 69.
Jack, like what is like excessively bad about Sony first party now than the last leadership? Like it's continuing the same flow.
You don't see a difference?
No, what's the difference? Please tell
me.
So
why you get what is exceedingly better to where you're giving this man all this credit?
I'm not giving him a whole lot of credit. I never said Jim Ryan. No, I wasn't. Y'all said Jim Ryan is doing some type of terrible job. I said, point to me these bad decisions. Y'all made the accusation. Point to the good decision. I'm saying he's continuing the same type of trend from the last leadership as far as first party.
I disagree.
But tell me what's different. Tell me how PlayStation first party. Tell me how PlayStation first party games since Jim Ryan took over is like severely worse.
I disagree. Because Shuhei Yoshida and Sean Layden were on record as saying we can have we have 10 games and 9 of them may not do as well, but as long as one of them sell 10 to 12 million, we'll continue to do that because it's financially feasible for us. Do you ever think Jim Ryan would say some shit like that? Jim Ryan gonna say fuck them 9 other games, we putting out the one, and that's why you're not getting online games right now, BG, because he thinks like that.
Wait, bro, we weren't getting online games when Shu was in charge. What are you talking about?
We were getting way more games though.
Bro, the generation just started. What are you talking? What? Gen just started.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, this is the
But he
problem.
had the job for like 4 years though.
Hold on, wait
He
a
had the job
minute.
for like
If the generation just started, we 1 year in. Why the fuck are you talking about how great of a job Jim Ryan doing? He ain't did nothing yet.
I never said that. You said no. Listen to me. You said Jim Ryan is doing a bad job. I said, tell me what he has done to prove that he is doing a bad job. I never said he was this great almighty Messiah. I never said he was the Messiah. Y'all said he's bad.
He's not doing a good job.
You have not provided me not one piece of evidence to show me that he's some type of bad leader. I'm still waiting for it.
What has he done
I'm still
to
waiting
prove that
for
he's
it.
a good leader?
Bro, I'm still waiting for it. I'm still waiting for it. You made an accusation. I'm telling you to prove it.
You made the allegation. The burden of proof is on you.
No, I didn't. You made the accusation.
You say he's doing a good job. That's an allegation. What did he do that?
Bro, you said he's doing a bad job. You prove it. I said what I said is I think he's continuing the same type of job from the last leadership. We're getting these first party games. We are getting pretty much the continuation of first party games from these studios. They're working, all the PlayStation first party studios are working on multiple projects, and that's essentially what we're getting. The same vein of games that we got years ago. What are we talking about here?
No, because Jack just told you. Like, I think it was Yoshida. He was like, we could have 7 or 8 games flop, but as long as something. Hold on.
Here's the thing.
Like Horizon makes money, we can continue to do those little niche and creative ideas. But once Jim Ryan got in charge, we lost their most creative studio.
When did Jim Ryan get in charge? When did Jim Ryan get in charge?
2019, 2020, somewhere around there.
Okay, I didn't even know.
It was pretty recent.
It was literally, wasn't it like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? And that's still not proving anything. You're telling me what Yoshida said. You're not telling me what Jim Ryan did. What are you talking about?
Did he shut down Japan studio?
I'm still waiting for him to do something.
He lost market share.
Like I said, y'all cannot point to one thing that shows Jim Ryan is like has led PlayStation in a worse position.
Well, since Jim Ryan been in charge, PlayStation dropped to the lowest stock value it has since 2008. I mean, we can talk about that.
Thank you.
You mean because of Microsoft? Microsoft's
you're
moves?
the one that's saying they haven't been active enough. You said that yourself, right?
Because that started with the last leadership. What are we talking about?
And it's continuing right now, but you on this nigga dick right now.
Bro.
Listen.
Jim Ryan has been in charge so y'all trying to make it sound like I'm defending Jim Ryan. Listen to me. Y'all are making it sound like I'm trying to defend Jim Ryan. I'm saying that the issues on PlayStation right now, I'm saying the issues on PlayStation right now started last gen with the last leadership.
I'm gonna say this too, though. Now, this might not even be true, but this is how I feel. Sean Layden, Shuhei Yoshida. I felt like of course they care about the bottom line. They care about money, which they were making profits. But I also felt like these dudes was actual gamers. They gamed and they cared about gaming, right? I don't feel the same way about Jim Ryan. He just care about money, bro, and he'll do whatever it takes to get that fucking money, bro.
Include making great games that people want. Like
that's why BG worship him,
bro. Okay, we gonna see.
That's why BG worship him.
I'm not worshiping anybody. I'm not worshiping anybody. I asked y'all to show me how he's a bad leader, and I have not gotten an answer yet. I haven't gotten an answer yet.
I've been saying it all the time.
Because y'all are telling me, the lack of multiplayer games. Oh, you mean that the last leadership pretty much didn't care about?
No, we didn't say that. We said the lack of creative and interesting games.
He lost market share. Yes,
bro,
how?
It's
no longer 2-1. It's no longer 2-1.
They're outselling
What do you mean?
Microsoft crazily.
Not by the same margin, sir. That's what you mean by market share.
And that's due to limited supply. You're talking about sales when PlayStation is completely sold out. What are you talking about? What are we doing here, bro?
And Xbox isn't?
No.
Bro, but that's my point. You can't say Jim Ryan is causing PlayStation to sell less when there are no PlayStations available because everybody's buying them up. What are we talking about?
That chip shortage ain't got nothing to do with that. Come on now, bro.
Well, he should have been more prepared. He knew that his business strategy is more dependent on hardware.
Be prepared for COVID? Oh man,
NVIDIA's a whole year behind GPUs right now.
This is-
tough
this is-
sucks to be him.
This is
I'm-
insane.
I think Jim Ryan looks like a penis. So does Homie Hurst.
What? I don't even know what that means.
Come on, bro.
Hey yo,
What's your dick look like? Fuck.
Not like them.
what?
Fuck, you look like a
Oh my
penis.
God.
What is going on, my God?
Nah, you look at no. Next time, Jack, I know you watch a lot of
It's
porn.
not
but
even
like,
funny.
when you,
No, nigga, don't
you-
put me into this bullshit.
no, I'm just saying, just take a good look at Jim Ryan, right? In his default like face, and just
Default
and
face.
you'll see. He looks like a straight up
So you
like.
look like a
so
dick
what-
with a toupee on, is what you saying.
So when you go take a piss, you see Jim Ryan?
When I take a shit, I
Too
see
much
Jim
sauce.
Ryan.
Nah, he
Shit is
just looks like.
Because
like
Jack, I'm gonna be real.
penis, bro.
The sole reason I think you don't like Jim Ryan is because PlayStation games on PC. That's the real. I see nothing else.
I think him and Herman Hulst are two dumbasses. Absolutely.
Because the PlayStation games on PC. Let's be real, Jack.
That's
That's
part-
really all.
I
It
ain't
is.
Don't
gonna-
worry,
I ain't gonna lie,
Spider-Man
that's not
coming
part of it.
soon.
I ain't gonna say that ain't
Spider-Man
part
coming
of it.
soon.
Yeah, which is not a bad decision. That like you're mad at this man for making like a good decision, but you personally don't like it.
We gonna see how all this
Let
play
him
out.
imitate Phil Spencer. What's wrong with that?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
see how all this play out.
But listen, all I'm saying is, or all I was saying is, there are other options. PlayStation doesn't need to buy publishers, but Sony would have to because
They can just
PlayStation, the revenue generated from Sony's game and network services is like 25 billion in US. That was like 2020 fiscal year, right? That it's the gaming and network services is Sony's biggest business segment. It's not nothing else. I'm gonna be real with you. Besides TVs and gaming, I don't even know what else PlayStation really does. I mean, Sony does anymore because like it's really gaming. That's their biggest revenue. Yeah, like I said, TV, like that's their biggest revenue. So if this is your biggest revenue maker, right? You because of what Microsoft is doing, you now have to react in the way of, okay, we got to open up the wallet a little bit more for our biggest revenue. You got to put it, you got to spend money to make money. So you got to invest more. So you can, I'm just throwing this stuff out, build more studios, acquire more developers that you already work with. Studios got to be working on multiple projects, more time, whatever you got to do. I'm just saying there's other options besides.
They're trying to right now.
Here's the problem with what you're saying. The market is down. Everything is down across the board. Unless you're Microsoft or Apple, you are not equipped to do all those things you just said. That's just bad.
Response, really.
I thought y'all wouldn't hear that. I covered my mouth. I don't know why I thought that wouldn't go into the mic.
That shit is crazy.
Listen, I'm just saying that I think that's what you got to do. There's many other options. I'm just not going. I refuse to believe they have to buy a publisher. But if they did, listen, you own Evo, which is the biggest fighting game tournament. So Capcom could make sense. They already have a relationship with Square, but like I said, that's not something I want.
They don't need to buy any Japanese developers because those developers are already going to make games for PlayStation over Xbox anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. But
That's what they said about Ninja Theory.
I'm just responding to what people on Twitter are saying. Sony should buy this publisher. And like, no, they shouldn't buy any publisher. That's my take. So
invest in multiplayer. That's your answer.
I gave you several answers, good sir.
Oh, I wasn't.
Sir Blandrew.
Let Blandrew talk.
His new name is Xbox PG.
Blandrew never even gave his piece about the acquisitions.
Oh, he's too busy being a fake Xbox fan.
No, I didn't really care about it as far as Microsoft, but I'm more so on the PlayStation side about what that means for them. But when it pertains to Microsoft, I do think it's a good pickup for them, especially if it means that we can get more legacy Activision games coming back.
And
yeah, I'm gonna love to see the new Xbox mascot, Crash Bandicoot, in a new adventure. Feel me?
I'm so glad I ain't like them games, man. God damn.
but I like I said, I predict Sony pulls out all the stops for all the stops outside of buying a publisher. That's what I think they do.
Wait, so how badly do you think this affects them? Because like we were saying, it affects the PlayStation Network.
I think they're gonna.
Summarize it pretty great. I mean,
let me tell you what happened. Right? Last year, right? The number 1 and number 2 games that was sold on PlayStation was Vanguard, followed by Cold War. So yeah,
they losing
that's
billions, Joe.
Wait, so do you think
stock,
it's enough to make them third place?
No.
Oh yes.
No, I don't think so. Like I said,
it's gonna take a big
let me tell you what's gonna happen.
The impact of this is not going to be immediate. So
let me tell you what's gonna happen. It's all about engagement, right?
Well, how long does this gen last? The 7-8 years?
Like 8 years. So what I'm trying to say is Microsoft is about engagement, right? So what Microsoft wants to happen is they want you to get an Xbox and a PlayStation because they're so confident in Game Pass that they know you're gonna spend most of your time playing Game Pass games because they're gonna just throw games at you that I don't care how much you love your PlayStation 5. I have one. I'm gonna play it for a weekend in February for Horizon Forbidden West, and after that weekend, it's back on ice until Forspoken.
They don't
and then
want you buying a PlayStation.
After Forspoken, it's gonna go right back in the Dust Bunny Kingdom until God of War come out. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna just be telling you. Yeah, it's gonna go back to being a Dust Bunny Kingdom until God of War somehow come out because it doesn't have a date.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, all I'm trying to tell these people is that listen, y'all don't understand. It's gonna happen. The casuals are gonna go over to Xbox. See, in a year or two, it's gonna be $199 for that Series S. It's gonna be the Trojan horse. Once you get that in your house, people are gonna be like, damn, I can't stop playing Game Pass. Let me get a Series S, X or whatever. And then before you know, all of that revenue, because when somebody switches over and invests into Xbox, what's gonna happen is they're gonna start spending their money there. They're gonna start buying games on sale there. They're gonna start buying microtransactions and DLC there, and then Sony's gonna lose all that revenue because of that BS they pulled with the crossplay Xbox tax. You see, and Xbox ain't gonna forget that shit. But don't worry, they got some for them because this ain't even the last thing. Like I told you, it's gonna be one more big acquisition because they want to make sure to box out Amazon and Google and stuff. That if they want to think about coming into the industry, they're gonna have to spend over $100 billion at minimum to try to even make a dent. And that's what Microsoft want to do to keep those people out and keep Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo all at the same table because they know they're the big brother at that table. Sony the tiny little company, and that's how they want to keep it.
What were you gonna ask me,
They
Jack?
want Sony to know their place.
I was gonna ask you, and I can ask the whole panel as well. Based on what you've seen for Forspoken, do you think this game is good? I was gonna ask too. Do you think it's gonna review well, and do you think people are gonna buy and play this?
I've been said Forspoken look garbage.
I think
it really does.
Here's a focus you got. You got woke culture. I don't know if that's gonna be good or bad for it. I don't know. I think the game looks interesting. I just don't know who's like is woke culture going to sell it or is it going to flop it? And that's hard to predict.
It's not even about like, listen, that whole woke thing.
Is
like,
the girl good looking in the game?
Yeah, she is.
Bro, I get what y'all saying, but the most important thing is the game looks bad. The game looks like it sucks.
It's like a shitty Final Fantasy mod. Like the shit, I don't know.
It looks like it's a tech demo, bro.
Yeah,
it's a PlayStation exclusive, so it's gonna be a banger. That's what y'all told me. As long as they have the PS exclusive one, it's good. So
yeah, I do expect it to sell.
You're talking in bad faith, sir. I'm gonna need you to stop.
I do expect it to sell because I think PlayStation's gonna do. I think they're gonna have a nice rollout. It's gonna be shown. It's gonna look good. Obviously, Blackly, the game. Even though because we are gamers, we could see the flaws in the game. I think to the casual eyes is going to look good.
I doubt that. I don't think casuals are looking like that, looking at that game and like, yeah, I want to play this.
You think a black female lead is a pro for Forspoken? Not for us. I'm talking about for the average.
Yeah,
consumer.
ain't nobody trying to play black.
All right. So for example, for that game. Yeah, actually, it is for a game. For a major game, yes. For the concept of the game, no. But for it because it's a major game, or I expect it to be a major game.
I'm with Blander. I don't think they got a mass appeal. We would want to play a game with a black female main character, but
did you see the Steam? Those little Steam.
A nigga with a half tuck, a rough stubble on his face, disheveled hair. You know.
I don't think it helps or necessarily hurts the game. Like just if we're talking about just a black
being black is the problem.
If we're talking about just a black female,
trying to sell your game to white people, that's the problem.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I don't give a damn.
If we're talking about,
but it's proven through numbers that white people. First of all, when people don't like playing games that star women, right? They weren't even going to put
What?
They
not?
they don't like putting women on game covers because they think it'll lessen the sales. These are true.
What?
That's
What
true,
about
that's
Tomb
true.
Raider and shit?
They were gonna put a black woman on the cover of Fable 3, and that got rejected because of
A lot of gamers are white men, and people tend to. It's just like people tend to go to where they feel welcome, so they would want to play a white male character. People tried to
That's
boycott.
sad.
People tried to boycott Starhawk because the main character was black. People were boycotting the game.
Mafia 3, you remember the comic section?
That game was dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It had a black main character and it had like racial undertones. Niggas wasn't fucking with that, bro.
I was
Listen,
I got
I-
KKK
some
members in
sources
that
on this.
game, bro.
Because I don't see what the problem. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I was playing on Jedi Fallen Order. The guy has red hair. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect shit.
It's a white
Like,
man, though.
But not them.
Yeah, but it didn't matter to me. I was like, damn, I can't enjoy.
Well,
this
you're
game.
not
because
because
listen,
hold up.
weird.
You've
You're
been
not
no,
weird.
black-
people
black
for the
people-
past 20 years, though. You should be accustomed
but
to
black people, you gotta understand, black people, let's be real, we're open, we're a lot more open to like playing as different
We don't have a
experiences.
choice.
We don't got a choice.
culturally.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah, we don't have a choice, but we're a lot more open to it, like to experience other things culturally, racially, and all that stuff. Like it's like but like other races, specifically the Caucasic people, they
Caucasic? Is that Caucasian?
the Caucasian people. I'm just trying to be funny. They have the privilege. They have the privilege to like have a preference and a desire that their characters be white. So we don't really have much of a that privilege to have a preference or a choice necessarily. So that is what it is. But I don't think in a vacuum, I don't think a black woman being the character, the main character, the protagonist, I don't think in a vacuum that itself is the problem. It affects it, but the biggest problem is the game looks trash. Once again, if that game looked fire, if it looked absolute fire, and she was still a black girl, that game would still do fine.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying.
If they had some type of Sasuke anime boy on it, it would do way better than a black chick.
Anime boy.
Yeah.
He means like emo character.
Heard that before.
It's a lot of retarded niggas in this Discord. Why is this dude? This dude said Jack is tripping. Horizons, a new IP with a female lead, and it sold 20 million. There are proven reports that. Well, I forgot what game it is. They did not put a female on the character simply because they felt it was not sell. That is just. This is known facts. What are y'all talking about?
If you have a problem with his character being female, you got issues.
Oh man, damn.
Let me go find this article, man.
No, Jack is definitely talking facts. Like it could range how much it affects a game, but it's definitely an
and
impact.
I'm enjoying the shit out of Tomb Raider right now.
I mean, PlayStation.
The only problem is I don't like how they making sure, like, I think they're being very, what's the word I'm looking for? They are being very prejudiced, voluptuous women in video gaming, and I will stand up for it.
Okay. Let me read this.
right
Let me read
now-
this article real quick, right? In a recent interview with VG 24/7, The Last of Us creative director Neil Druckmann, y'all, that ring a bell, y'all know who that is, right? Said that Sony asked him to focus on Joel, the male protagonist, for the game's cover, and push Ellie to the back. Everyone at Naughty Dog refused, Druckmann added. I believe there's a misconception that if you put a girl or a woman on the cover, the game will sell less. So am I pulling this out my ass, or am I backing it up with factual evidence? I'm going to need y'all to do some fucking research for y'all question me, all right? Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck niggas.
Oh man. So yeah, listen, to wrap it up, I think PlayStation, they have to react, but they will be fine. It's not like it's not endgame for these niggas. I don't think it is like that. But it's definitely an impact what Microsoft acquired. So, but overall they're gonna be fine.
Jack said, "Fuck niggas."
Okay.
The thing is, they acting like I agree with it. I don't agree with the sentiment, right? But the point is, it's just proven fact. It's a reason that less than 10% of games feature black characters, right? It's a reason why games with black characters, all them niggas got cornrows and nappy afros. It's a reason for all this shit. You do know that, right?
Yeah, you got to put the grizzled white guy on the cover.
Have you ever went to the barbershop at GTA 5 with Franklin? They cutting stars and all protractors in this nigga head. Who the fuck go to the barbershop and get that haircut, my nigga? Nobody. They cut macaroni squares. This nigga. What the fuck is this? Who made this game?
Oh man,
Shit don't make no sense, bro.
Weapon Wheel is back. Okay, so should I go on to another topic? I guess.
Woke wheel.
Very good.
I'll go on to another.
I see somebody comparing it to Metroid. That doesn't even make sense. Samus is armored the whole time, and you didn't even know she was a girl until you beat the game.
Exactly. They didn't tell you she was a girl until what, the end of the first game, second game? Like,
Yeah.
That was a surprise.
Oh man, love Weapon Wheel. I'm glad we're back. I missed arguing with you fuck niggas in the chat. Oh man, okay. Let me see what else we can touch on. Top issues, according to this article, top issues Xbox fans want fixed in 2022. This list is honestly some stuff I've never heard people really talk about. So number 1 was game DVR problems. The Xbox DVR, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's not up to snuff. It's bad.
No, it's not.
Hell no, you can't even record more than a minute. It's trash.
I mean, you can, but there's a caveat. You got to plug in a USB.
You're gonna have to put it down. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, because I use external stuff, so I didn't know that was an issue. Xbox OS problems. That's very general. It doesn't say exactly what. I know some people be calling
Maybe
Xbox.
Let us see the goddamn wallpaper instead of having all these bullshit tiles in front of it. Like, can I see my damn wallpaper?
And they removed Snap, right? Some people, I think, want that back.
Yeah, man, they don't even bring that up. And now
Snap's been
PlayStation
gone
uses
for a
it as
hot
always.
minute though. Like,
yeah, because they said that TV bullshit. Don Matrick pussy ass trying to.
I mean, I'll say
Xbox.
PlayStation has better user interface features than Xbox has. That
You're Xbox
could
main.
the Xbox could easily add like their own versions of, but like because the thing is that I'm assuming if I play on the Xbox One, the game DVR is fine, like as far as what it used to be, but just for some reason when the Xbox Series came out, the image used to be dark, and it wouldn't come out as the best quality, and it just needs to be overhauled, like even there. But this goes back even to like Upload Studio days. They haven't like once they drop Connect, like the support for like just video cutting and editing and stuff like that on the console is just like went downhill. So you can't do anything special with it. It's just very, very bare bones, very, very slow. And it makes it for you to have like this, this crazy console and whatnot. It's not the best. You can't really share what you're actually experiencing with it because the quality of the stuff that you're sharing won't appear that great, and then the hassle of getting it out isn't it makes you not want to bother. So me obviously, like for the most part, I'm typically plugged in with a capture card, so I don't really have that issues. But like when Halo was out and when I plugged into my TV and stuff like that, and I would keep hitting like the record that and trying to share those images, like those problems kind of just came up and up again. I got like, oh damn, they haven't fixed this shit yet. As far as UI issues, like the UI sometimes can be glitchy. Sometimes you fucking sometimes quick resume doesn't work. You'll hit the guide button and the guide won't show up, or the screen would just like kind of like tint without showing you the guide menu.
It'll
just be random shit that just happens, and it's not as consistent. So
okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Japanese game support. I've heard people talk about that.
Yeah, PlayStation stops buying them shits.
Why them, Smoove?
Well, Smoove niggas not buying Japanese games on Xbox like that, so you can't really.
We ain't buying them if they don't sell it to us.
Yeah, they not available. One of the reasons they not available though, because they wasn't selling. I mean, all this shit go together.
It can't be one way for Sony, not the other way for Xbox.
Four was, and this poll was taken before the acquisition news. Number 4 was first party game improvements, and 5 was achievement system improvements.
Yeah, achievements have been the same for years.
Speaking of achievement improvements, when is fucking Nintendo gonna get on that?
Man, who knows?
Didn't Epic Game Store get achievements already?
Yes.
And Stadia has achievements already?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, they
Are you going somewhere with this, good brother Smoove?
Yeah, Nintendo needs it.
Like, I mean, these were things that all launched after like Switch.
Smoove, we gotta talk, bro. What's been going on with you, man? Why have you been advocating for games to come to Xbox that you have no intent on actually playing and that you do not care about?
Okay, so because when I'm making these arguments, I'm not making them just for me. I'm making them for the general public fans of Xbox. So
you suddenly you care about the goodwill of the average Xbox fan. That's what this is.
Well, I'll say I'll limit it to my friends. Like I got a lot of friends
of the community
that are in that like Final Fantasy and shit like that. And when you
who are these friends? Name them. Who are the friends? I want to know who they are.
Gaming Addict.
Does Gaming Addict have a PS5?
He does, but he don't want to play.
So what's the problem?
Bullshit. He wants to play it on Xbox.
He had okay. So let me get this straight. Let me get this absolutely directly straight. Gaming Addict bought a PS5 to play games that are on PS5.
He bought it to play Final Fantasy because they never clarified of when it was coming to Xbox.
So the reason he bought it for, he is using it for that reason.
Yep.
But you're advocating on his behalf to bring those games to Xbox.
Yeah, because he shouldn't have to buy a fucking console to play one particular damn game like that.
Hold on,
a third party game. No. Let me listen. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. A third party game.
Fans have to buy an Xbox to play Call of Duty.
If it's owned by Xbox, the difference is that it's a third party. I can see if I was talking about like fucking God of War or something like that. But no, Final Fantasy is a third party game. It's a third party game. That's all it is.
I see Gaming Addict, and he seems perfectly fine with playing Final Fantasy on his PlayStation. I've never really seen him complain. So I'm gonna be real with you. I think you're full of shit. I think you're full of shit, Smoove. I think. Listen, he has a PlayStation. There's no reason for him to complain.
I have a PlayStation.
Okay, so what are we complaining about? Yo, you have everything you want.
The principle. One, I want to sell this shit. But the thing is, here's the thing. Here's the issue. Games like I don't understand. Like, for example, a game like Forspoken. I think it looks very interesting. If Sony Santa Monica was making it, I would not have an issue with it being exclusive. Why the fuck does it have to be a 2-year exclusive? Like, who does that?
You want to know why? You want to know why? 2 reasons. One, it's from a Japanese developer. Those types of games don't.
And then they're making black people. Okay, but they're making a game for black people. Okay.
2, y'all niggas just gonna wait for Game Pass anyway.
This is.
So that's
stupid. It just I don't like PlayStation's method when it comes to third party releases. Like I ain't got no beef with God of War and lots of that's theirs. That's their studios. That's their games.
There was a guy on Twitter yesterday talking about how he wouldn't spend like $10 or $15 on Death's Door. He was just gonna wait till Game Pass.
Death's Door, yeah.
Y'all niggas ain't buying games.
And Smoove, but I still saw you advocating that like Xbox should use their negotiation tactics to bring Spider-Man to Xbox, but Insomniac makes that.
Yeah, all right, so that's why I said you should negotiate. Because see, I'm not going to ask them to negotiate for Spider-Man because Square Enix is responsible for Spider-Man. You know what I mean? However, Sony is responsible for Insomniac. The reason why I say they should use Call of Duty to dangle that for Spider-Man because Spider-Man is a general like IP that I don't know why. Like it's a Marvel character.
You have Marvel, a PS5, Smoove.
Don't matter.
You Smoove, I'm gonna be real. You know what? You know what this excuse? You know what this? You know what this? I'm fighting for my console friends excuse sounds like. This is absurd, by the way. I've never heard. I'm advocating for my friends on Xbox to get like what? Nobody does that. That's number one. That sounds like when niggas say, "Oh, I played the game at my friend's house." I don't believe you. You're lying, nigga. I don't believe you. Smoove, I think you're doing this all for a console war.
I'm not doing it for a console war. I actually don't believe that Final Fantasy should be exclusive to PlayStation. I think it belongs on Xbox.
Blandrew, let me ask you something. If I suddenly got on here and started advocating for like Bayonetta to come to PlayStation, would you not look at me crazy?
I absolutely will. Well, I don't know if Smoove hates these games though. You hate Bayonetta, so I will be questioning why you would even want that game on PlayStation.
Smoove.
I think he would play a hack and slash Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I'm playing the one that's coming out.
Smoove is not playing a Final Fantasy game.
I guarantee you, I play Strangers.
I mean, not a turn-based game, but he would absolutely play a hack and slash one. He played what was it?
I don't think.
What was that hack and slash Namco Bandai game you played, Smoove? I can't think of the name right now. Yeah, he beat that.
I don't think Smoove has ever really beaten a Japanese RPG.
Scarlet Nexus.
Do we consider that an RPG, or do we consider it just like an action adventure game?
It's more action adventure. Yeah. More action adventure. But okay, and on top of Spider-Man and Final Fantasy, Street Fighter. Who are you advocating that wants Street Fighter? Who's this for you?
Because why what the Street Fighter and PlayStation that it's Street Fighter, damn it. It's Street Fighter.
Who cares? You said you have it on PC.
I have it on PC.
How many hours have you put in on PC? How many hours have you put in?
Let me pull up Steam. But Bond has the gameplay to prove that I played it. He beat my ass, but I mean I still have it.
When's the last time you played it?
Probably when Bond beat my ass.
Wasn't that years ago?
That was like 5 years ago, goddamn.
Exactly. Why do you want a game on Xbox that you already own and you haven't touched it, though, even though you own it in 5 years?
Because I prefer to play the game on Xbox.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Tell him. You won't quick resume. Tell him, be honest.
I would prefer.
I don't get it.
I would prefer you just say that you are just the type of nigga that you just want to feel like you have something on Xbox. Just say that.
But it's the truth. I don't think the games that I'm complaining about are games I don't think have no business being like exclusive to anything since they're not owned by PlayStation.
You don't care about them, so what?
What do you mean? I care about enough to buy it. I bought that shit at full price.
But you don't care about enough to play it in 5 years. You know what happened 5 years ago? We went outside to work 5 years ago.
It's 2022, bro. It's 2022. I'm just saying, like, how's that game still not available on Xbox?
Because it's not. Who cares? You have the game already.
All right, here go. Oh, I last played it in March of 2019. There we go.
Oh my God.
Tell him you're an advocate for the Xbox community.
And I got 64 hours in the game according to Steam.
In 5 years, that's terrible.
Motherfucker, are you serious?
In 5 years? I have 100 hours in Halo. The game came out last month.
BG, how many hours do you got in Bloodborne?
At least 60.
That's terrible. You know how long that game been out?
What are you talking about? I platinum the game, nigga. I platinum the game.
It's a one and done. It's a one and done.
One's not a multiplayer game.
I platinum the game.
You platinum game? Yeah, I still see dudes playing Bloodborne right now on their PS5 right now.
So, bro, I don't know what they're doing.
You must not liked it that damn much.
I platinum the game, Smoove. What do you want from me?
You platinum the DLC?
Yes, bro. I platinum the DLC. I platinum the base game. Everything. I've done everything you could possibly do in that game. Everything.
Okay, sir. But like I said, 64 hours in Street Fighter is more than enough. And you literally calculate that hours from 7 years. Of course, I'm not going to be playing this shit in 2022. But 64 hours is damn sure a lot.
His general point is you only want shit for a console where you have no real interest in playing these games. Just like you had no real interest.
64 hours in the game!
Let me finish. Just like you had no real interest in Bethesda games. Just like you had no real interest in what's that game with the girl that's mentally irregular?
Hellblade?
Just like you had no interest in that until Microsoft
I had interest in that game. I just got mad because
you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop lying.
When I said that shit about Hellblade, I was actually playing the game.
Stop lying. Y'all, you have no interest in any of these games. You just want them on Xbox just so you can brag and talk crap.
Exactly.
I'm already going to brag and talk crap. We have a ton of studios to do that for. I'm just talking about.
You treat getting games on Xbox like you're a museum curator. Like, oh, come and look at my exhibits. Look at everything I have. I don't do shit with them, but look at it. Just observe. That's how you treat it.
I think that's cap, and everybody in the chat here is cap. You got these dumbasses trying to calculate my average game time.
Like, so that means I could apply that same logic to every game everybody's played over the last decade and say you didn't play enough. These motherfuckers are stupid.
I've been attacking the chat a lot today.
Here's the thing: if you wanted a game, you would just buy it.
I bought it. Now I want to buy it on Xbox.
And the funny thing is waiting for Game Pass and all this other bullshit. You don't really want the game.
Like what? I never said about anything about these games coming to Game Pass. I said about coming to Xbox.
I would
want
feel
them on Xbox.
I would feel so ashamed and like an absolute nut. Okay, if I got on here and was like, I want so and so to come to PlayStation, knowing damn well I have no intent on playing it, I would feel so ashamed of myself. Okay, I'll put
intent on playing it. I don't have
on.
intent on playing Final Fantasy.
You have never completed one Final Fantasy game in your entire life.
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah, I don't.
So I'm not trying to hear it.
I need you to stop.
So all right, I'm gonna just wait. I'll call around to some Xbox guys that have completed Final Fantasy games, and then have them and allow them to ask for it since it's wrong.
That's fine. Listen, if Addict came in here and he was like, "Listen, I want Final Fantasy on Xbox," I'm completely fine with that. No, nigga, you can't say nothing because you're not gonna play it.
That's so stupid. It's the principle.
16 Final Fantasies, you've never beaten one. I'm not trying to hear it.
Nah, I ain't the only ones I've actually played were the ones that aren't like turn-based. So, and that was like
15,
yeah. And I'm about to play this next one that's coming out. I'm about to play this next one. Hey, there's a first time for everything. I'll beat the next Final Fantasy, The Stranger of Paradise. I'll beat that.
I can't believe that you Smoove. You acting different out here, bro. This is and not only that, you was talking about Microsoft buying publishers for more publishers for games that you don't like. You don't even like the game.
No, so this is the argument I was making, right? So this is all related to it. I said if Microsoft has to buy publishers just to get the games to release on this platform, I'm all for it. Because
that is mental illness, Smoove.
It's not mental illness.
It is.
If you telling me if I'm Xbox and the only way I can get your game on my platform, I have to buy your damn
Smoove.
Hold on, stop. You're not Xbox. That's the problem.
Smoove,
I'm giving an example.
Smoove, what you were talking about, what you were talking about, like, I want the games to come to my platform for other people. Let me tell you exactly what you're talking about. You are talking about taking a woman on a date, wine and dining her for somebody else to fuck. That's exactly what you're telling me you want to happen.
No.
That is exactly the same thing.
Oh my God.
Hey, let me take you out. Let me take you on a date for somebody else to smash. Let me take you on a date for somebody else to smash. That's what you're doing.
He's trying to look at it as a corporation. He's not looking at it as a game.
They about to start calling Smoove a gaming cuck.
Oh no.
I'm done.
It's a Street Fighter. It's exclusive because Sony co-developed. You know how many games Microsoft co-developed and let go to PlayStation? Cuphead. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Dead Rising 4.
Exclusive. I didn't see no PlayStation fans complaining.
They own the IP.
Don't matter. No PlayStation.
They own the IP. They own the IP.
No
if
PlayStation
owns Street Fighter, I wouldn't say it needs to be on Xbox.
Guess what, Smoove? They funded Street Fighter, remember? Because
Xbox funded Cuphead, Xbox funded Rise of the Tomb Raider, Xbox funded Dead Rising 4. They funded how many games that come to fucking the Medium, which is already out on PlayStation. I want to hear that bullshit.
Tell Microsoft to make deals.
And when it came to those games, niggas shut the fuck up and they like, hey, it's on Xbox. Then I need an Xbox or a PC to play it.
It's all right. I'm not even worried about it now because, like I said, like you know what I mean. Xbox got damn near every fucking game. Like they own almost every fucking
Smoove
IP that matters.
Smoove, Smoove. You play Smoove plays almost no game from that Activision acquisition.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
I know that for a fact.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You can't say that. Now, I might have
85% of those games you don't play. 85%.
85%?
85%.
All right, because a lot of those games are on PC.
Name some Activision games you played, Smoove.
Overwatch?
No, actually, that you've beaten.
You don't play no damn.
Look at.
You don't play no damn Overwatch?
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
my God.
They put me on Overwatch years ago.
What's the last time you played Overwatch?
When it got his Xbox Series X update to 120 frames per second.
You wanted to try it out, try out the 120 frames, and you turned it off.
Played a few games to see if I still got it, and I still
You demoed it.
I played it no, I didn't demo it because I had hours in it prior to that. I was playing a game. I would play a game like it would be a regular multiplayer game I would play.
How much hours you got in Overwatch?
How much hours? I got about, I don't know, like 12 to 15.
12? A multiplayer game that came out 2016.
16.
Yeah, but I was a late bloomer to it. I got the game maybe a year or so or two after it came out.
You mean like you was a late bloomer to Bethesda games after Xbox bought them?
No, I wasn't a late bloomer to Bethesda games. I just struggled to complete Bethesda games. I wasn't a late bloomer. I got Hellblade both on PlayStation and Xbox way prior to it being owned by Xbox.
Never in the history of Weapon Wheel have you ever heard the words "over" and "watch" come out of Smoove's mouth. I can't believe this thing. This nigga cap is through the roof right now. Okay, this thing, you don't know Smoove. You know no bounds in your cappery, bro. You different.
Name me two playable characters from Overwatch.
You got me there. That's a good question.
Wow, are you?
No.
He said you got me there.
Come on, bro.
No, because I never said I was a fan. I don't pay attention to character names. I just know
That game got mad characters though.
Yeah, they have a lot of characters, but the thing is, I use two characters. I use what's the nigga with the double pistol person and the tank that could stand in motion.
I'm crying.
The nigga with a double pistol is a girl.
Okay.
No nigga.
No, he talking about this another character.
There's a guy in there. Bastion is my dude. That's the
I
tank.
am crying.
Why are you crying?
This boy Smoove is a hoot. Okay, this nigga is a
hoot. You can see
hoot.
who I use to play. I don't like people like it's there. You can see who I use to play, who I got. Like I don't understand. Like why is this hard to believe? And I'm not frauding bitches. Like why is this hard to believe? So Overwatch, obviously Call of Duty, and
we already got Holy One about to go through your Xbox Live profile.
Go ahead.
Today,
Yeah, Holy One. Shout out to Holy One who bought a bunch of $3 games to try to overtake me in achievements this month. So let's go.
You do that all the time.
I'm letting
I don't
you
do that all the time.
Bastion. Grand Adventure.
It's
That
Bastion.
wasn't a $3 game.
Said
That was a
Bastion.
$39.99 game.
Smoove, I'm letting you off the. Smoove, I'm letting you go, bro. You got it, bro. You got it, dog. Like, whoo, you got
I
it,
am
dog.
definitely not frauding. Like these motherfuckers. See, this is what I did. No wonder I there was something less stressful missing in my life, and I forgot it was the Weapon Wheel chat. These motherfuckers think they know
Because we hold you
everything.
accountable for the things you say.
What? Like this is crazy. This is crazy.
Because we hold you accountable. I know on Twitter, you don't got no handler, so you be going crazy off the reins. But on this show, we will hold you accountable.
I mean, and I say this with pure confidence. I probably play more games than any of these people in this chat. Obviously, than anybody in this damn panel. I think I won last year.
No,
and,
I won last. I won. The chat said I won last.
No,
year,
no. When y'all started to put that quality test on the bullshit, hell no. And the count,
that's your games.
They graded yours better because Bond. I don't know what it is. That with this little fair that these people got of you, they graded your games better, but I already know I had the superior list. I had the most quality list.
You didn't even play any RPGs, right?
This nigga said you got me there.
Yeah, that was like that one time when I forgot what it was. Somebody said something. I was like, "You got me."
You got me there, buddy. All right, let's move on. That boy, whoo. That boy's a hoot. Okay. Smoove, tell us about Rainbow Six Extraction since you played it for probably like 3 hours.
I played it actually for about like I think I got like 18 hours in Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah, you be playing trash. This game is absolute trash, but it's on Game Pass.
It's not trash. But all right. So here's the thing.
Would you have played it if it wasn't on Game Pass?
Here's the thing.
It's from Ubisoft, so I would have played it. Yes.
Break it down. Tell us about Rainbow Six. I mean, Rainbow Six Extraction.
All right, so here's the thing. All right, so Rainbow Six Extraction obviously is I
I can't say it's
spinoff?
confident. It's a spinoff, and the reason why I'm struggling to say it because I was in a fan of Siege and I suck at Siege, so I didn't play Siege as much. But for some reason, this is a very, very casual version of Rainbow Six, and I think that's why I played it as long as I did. But pretty much, you are apparently this game is inspired by a mode that appeared in Rainbow Six before or something like that, and it's just really you and two other operatives. This is an online game, obviously. You guys go through these stages, and you're pretty much taking out these. I don't know what these creatures are called, but they're like monster, zombie-like creatures. And you got different objectives to do. There's about 3 objectives per pretty much per map or per mode. You get into a game. There's 3 objectives. So, cool thing about it is that when you are in these, if you if you lose, like for example, if you're in a game and like if you lose an operative, you'll get your character can go down twice before like dying, and once they get permanently knocked out, I mean you have to either save them, bring them to the extraction point, and then extract everybody out safely. And then that person have times to recover, or if you extract without the person that you lost, that person becomes an objective in the game. You have to rescue them in a separate mission when you go back. But it's honestly, it's the same thing over and over again. It's 3 objective across 12 stages, and you kind of just play till you rank up all your characters or until you get bored. There's no real like story to it. There's no other really modes. There's no other multiplayer modes. There's no PvP. You can either do all the excursions either in a 3-player co-op, 2-player co-op, or solo. And that's really all I got from it. I would assume that people who are into Siege probably wouldn't transition to this game because it's nowhere near as hardcore. At least from what I played at Siege, I'm not very good at Siege, but I am pretty decent in this game. So I'm assuming it's just a much more casual experience than.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jack.
What the fuck you talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
What are you talking about? Like,
Jack, I was about to ask, Jack Bond, did this nigga sell you on this game just now? Because he definitely
I don't even know what the game about. This shit is crazy.
This nigga Smoove talked for 4 minutes. I don't know what this game is, dog. Like, this nigga different, bro.
Rainbow Six Extraction. Extraction. That's what it's called.
It's a distraction.
It was supposed to be called Quarantine, but it obviously COVID kind of changed.
Oh man.
But no, it's I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just it's fun to pass time. It's a fun game to pass time.
I got it. No, we got it, Smoove. I understand. We got it. It's hard to explain trash that be in Game Pass sometimes. We got it.
Oh my god. I don't think Game Pass has any reason or any like excuse for this game. I don't think the game is bad. I just don't think it's like amazing, but there in no way, shape, or form is it bad. It's just doesn't have like, I don't think it has long legs. I don't think it definitely nowhere is you're gonna play this.
Recommend it to anybody?
I've recommended to a casual person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what else? What else we got? Let's see. The original, huh?
G4.
I see that.
You really want to talk about that, Bond?
I know a lot of people want to hear my thoughts about G4.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have no opinions on it, but let me get to some other stuff, and then I'll give you.
Talk about the Black Simkage.
I'll give you a minute to talk about that in a second. Horizon Forbidden West is going to be 86 gigs on PS5. Just throwing that out there. Delete your games. All right.
Delete some shit.
What else we got? Take-Two acquired Zynga. We mentioned that earlier. Twisted Metal originally was in development by Lucid Games. Then Sony pretty much swiped the game director at Lucid Games. They brought him over to Firesprite, and now Firesprite is working on Twisted Metal. quick thoughts about this move. Sony brought it in-house, which I think is the good move. You know, Fire Sprite, they got previous the game director at Lucid that they brought over. He actually worked on Drive Club, Motorsport, and Fire Sprite has some previous developers from Sony Liverpool who made, what's that racing game called?
Wouldn't he have made Destruction All-Stars too then?
Yeah, he did. He also worked on Destruction All-Stars. Yeah. And what's that other game that's, because Fire Sprite is former Sony Liverpool games, and they worked on that other racing game. So there's a lot of like racing experience at Fire Sprite, which, you know, might help Twisted Metal.
So they dropped Lucid Games, who made Destruction All Stars, and they given it to Fire Sprite, who they just acquired earlier, last year.
Yes.
And this is for Twisted Metal.
Development hell.
Yeah. I mean, I have no. I didn't. What did Fire Sprite do? Don't they specialize in VR games?
They just got made. They making the Horizon VR game.
They're new. They Call of the Mountain Horizon VR game. They made I think it's the Persistence. So they're relatively new because that's all they've made.
Persistence with some trash.
Yeah, they're relatively new.
What is that? I never heard of that.
It's a VR game,
man. It's a VR game, and then it's a VR game, and they have like a console version. It's just garbage. I'm not even. I don't know why, but yeah. So based on what their limited library, I mean, I have no say or expectations for what they're going to do. But you know, it's PlayStation, so I suppose it's supposed to be, you know, quality.
So I think the move is good. Like, I mean, you know, we didn't really have any.
I'm sorry. You say you think why you think the movie is good if they had somebody who at least attempted, like a combat racing game? Even like, I thought it made sense for Lucid to do it, given Destruction All Stars.
Because it's under Sony now, like in-house, they can watch over it a little bit more, you know, make sure, I think, you know, ensure the quality a little bit better. And like I said, Fire Sprite, I'm more confident because of Fire Sprite, because they have former Sony Liverpool, a few former Sony Liverpool developers there that worked on like Motorsport, Motorstorm, Drive Club, and you know, that type of stuff. So I think that experience may help out make the game better. They can't be no worse than Lucid Games is the point. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. And you know, the Twisted Metal TV show is also 2023, I think. Well, I don't even know if it's 2023, 2024 probably. So yeah, it's coinciding with the game. All right, what else we got? Ghost of Tsushima. So we don't got to get too deep into this because, you know, it's been, you know, hammered a lot. The Ghost of Tsushima, it sold 8 million copies. Then the director of Days Gone, Jeff Ross, he said Sony was, at the time I left Sony, Days Gone had been out a year and a half, and it sold over 8 million copies. And Sony made us feel, well, local studio management always made us feel like a big disappointment. He went on David Jaffe show and talked about it. He talked to Colin Moriarty about it. But what's suspicious about it is he doesn't actually have confirmation that Days Gone sold 8 million copies. He was pretty much using like a bunch of different websites to put together the data, and like he landed at the conclusion like it sold 8 million. He said he stands by his numbers, but he does not actually have those numbers. I don't think it sold 8 million. I think Days Gone probably sold at max 8 million. I mean not 8, 6 million, maybe including the PC version.
Yeah, I'm sure it did over 5. It was like the second best-selling game the year it came out, 2019. Like, it stayed on that list, so I think it probably did over 5 million at least.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not shedding no tears. I wasn't a fan of Days Gone, so I'm not mad that they're moving on from it.
But BG, if we going by your logic, previously, I think me personally, I think if we gave Ben Studio a second shot at Days Gone,
it would be better. I know.
And I agree. And you remember they was actually working. They were gonna put an online proponent on that game. Remember, the World War Z devs was making it, but they ended up not doing it. So they could, you know.
I think if they made a Days Gone 2, right, I would like it, right? Most likely. But the problem for me personally is I don't like to play sequels for games that I didn't complete the first one because I'm like I don't know the story. I would have to do the YouTube playthrough, which is what a lot of niggas.
You could have beat that real.
Yeah, but I would have to do
that. Could have done that for The Witcher 3. But
that's the specialty BG, the YouTube playthrough.
Hey man, that's what I hear niggas is doing in these Twitter streets. Like niggas don't be beating games.
That's acceptable now.
Yeah, niggas be like, oh nah, I watched the playthrough.
I watched it on YouTube. I ain't got.
I mean, the first game is trash. Like for example, I never played Killzone 1. It was trash, but Killzone 2 was the only one to play. So I did watch a playthrough of Killzone 1 to catch up.
Yeah. So that's just my thing. Like I don't like to play sequels of past games that I didn't beat. So, but I gameplay wise, I'm sure they would make a lot of improvements that would make Days Gone 2 much better. But it is what it is. We're not getting one because Sony Bend is working on a new game. Jack, you know about this Tunic game? It's like a Zelda game with a fox.
That's an Xbox game, right? I think that might be Xbox.
I don't know.
Most of the games coming down the pike is Xbox games.
Let them know Xbox.
Tunic not on PlayStation. To my
knowledge. We're gonna keep their foot on their neck. We're gonna have to understand that most of the games coming out that we know about is Xbox games, by the way. But continue.
But here's the thing.
As you were, gentlemen.
Tunic is coming out March 4th. I think it's the same day as the Gran Turismo, but it's going to be on PlayStation at least.
Well, I was about to say that the date I have written down here is March 16th. I don't know which one is right. I was just saying they
coming to PlayStation eventually. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's coming to PlayStation eventually.
Oh, it is. Is it coming to the Switch?
Xbox isn't like egregious.
Damn, whooping your ass.
God damn.
Yo,
all them greasy and hey, yo, don't do that no more, bro.
Yo, I can't even say the word no more. Oh,
that bitch had you in a torture rack, nigga. You almost passed away trying to say that shit. God damn.
Yeah, they're not as egregious as Sony with their exclusivity, timed exclusive. So that it'll be on just like The Ascent is going to be on PlayStation probably by like March or April. So
okay, yeah.
Sheesh.
Cool. They'll get the ability to buy full price like they love to do. So, everybody wins.
That's why I ain't got 12 minutes yet. That shit like $25 on PlayStation.
Oh, shit. I forgot that game came out.
Y'all are all millionaires. Go ahead and buy that.
I ain't in that pay $70 for my games camp. I ain't with that, man. Shit.
They want $20 for that? I definitely got my games pass.
That shit $25, bro.
Damn, did you play a game last stop? That came out.
Oh, I got that downloaded on my computer. I think I still got that
I like that, man. I like that game, bro. Like
I've been playing it. I still got it downloaded.
Yeah. Okay, what else we got? So everybody saw that rumor that there was a GoldenEye game that was originally supposed to come out for the 360, I think it was, but it never came out, and now it's apparently like some version of it is coming out for Xbox now. I think that's the story.
Yeah, so pretty much it showed up on the achievements have gotten leaked, and it showed up on True Achievements. Usually when games get registered and the achievements go live or close to live, they show up on True Achievements, and they're tracking. Once people start unlocking achievements, it shows up there, and people unlock them because a couple of devs is playing it, and apparently it's supposed to be the 360 version that Nintendo kind of shut down, but obviously their relationship has improved since then, and so they're anticipating that it should be coming soon. It's probably like for the Xbox One. There are rumors of it being probably on the Switch as well. But yeah, it's not going to be like a brand. It's going to be like one of those, I guess, HD ports, like how they did with the Perfect Dark game. But
okay,
yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, because I heard it was supposed to be like a trade or something. Nintendo gets Banjo-Kazooie and something else for the Switch Online, and they give them GoldenEye or something like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, is this baseball now?
Yeah, see, if Nintendo and Microsoft could work out a deal like that, yeah, because Nintendo wants to do their N64 thing, right? For the Switch. And Banjo would technically be a part of that library.
Mm-hmm.
So if Xbox, obviously, and Xbox would give them the right to do that. I don't see why not, but it did open opportunities. Like, hey, can we get this? Since the game was damn near done, could we can you give us the rights to 007? So that's the perfect day. That's why I said, if PlayStation wants that COD, let's talk some Spider-Man.
That what?
COD.
That COD. Come on,
like,
BG.
what? Nah,
Okay.
that sounded like, I was like, what? Okay. That sounded crazy for a second.
But speaking of March releases, Kirby and the Forgotten Land exclusively for the everlasting summer of gaming known as the Nintendo Switch. Did you hear about it?
Summer of gaming. In February?
Eternal. Like,
It's everlasting, but it never ends.
Bro,
everlasting.
Nobody cares about Kirby's bitch ass.
That new trailer looked amazing. They just announced that what do you call it? Multiplayer is coming to the game. I thought it was going to be a single
look at that.
only
Look
game.
at that. It's getting wow.
God damn. Geez.
Wow, multiplayer.
Yeah, I thought it would be a single player only game as it's a new type of Kirby game. Maybe they wanted to get the framework first and then start adding all these little extra modes. But they're like, you're going to be able to
couch or
play
online?
Couch co-op.
Oh,
but
only
we're going to be
couch?
able to play as Bandana Waddle Dee with his spear BG.
You know these
gonna be
Kirby.
amazing.
Do you know these Kirby niggas' names? These like
Shokyo is right. To be a grown ass man and be a fanboy of Nintendo, you got to be a regular in the head.
So listen, you listen. I've always shit on Kirby. I think Kirby is like Nintendo's worst IP that they keep up with. But I was looking at that gameplay. I was like, for a Kirby game, this looks really good. Like I would actually consider picking it up.
Yeah, it looks amazing. You guys should check it out. It's going to be the game of March. Man, the March in general is going to be amazing for the Nintendo Switch. We got Project Triangle Strategy to open up the month. Then we got Kirby.
They're still going to call it Triangle Strategy?
Yes, sir. And then we're going to end it off with Room Factory 5.
Yes,
what
sir.
the hell that is?
Any thoughts about this, ladies and gentlemen?
I have no idea what Room Factory is. But I'm actually interested in Kirby in the Kirby Forgotten game. I'm interested. Might buy it.
Thinking about Triangle Strategy, but that game will eventually come to PC, so I can just put it on the back burner while I complete other games I want to get to.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Smoove, you still got stuff to explain. You still got to explain yourself. What did you say?
BG.
Yeah.
BG. Yeah, I gotta go because I'm gonna be on TXR with Tim Dog. So yeah, thank y'all so much, man. I'll be back anytime, BG. You want nice conversation, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we covered all the Xbox stuff, so you're good. All right, man. Oh yeah, Smoove. Would you like to explain what you said your most anticipated game for February is?
Yes, it's Crossfire X from the great team at Remedy and Smilegate. This is going to be an Xbox exclusive.
I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you a chance, Smoove, to say that you were trolling.
I wish I was, but even though I think Elden Ring is going to be great, I'm not particularly looking forward to it. Horizon Forbidden West, I think, is probably going to be the best game in February, in my opinion. But I think the one I'm most looking forward to is Crossfire because I've been looking out for this game since 2020. So yeah,
I'm just gonna just so people have context, I'm gonna name some games come out in February. Okay, Life is Strange Remastered Collection, Dying Light 2, Sifu, Horizon, Elden Ring, Grid Legends, Destiny 2, The Witch Queen, Total War Hammer 3, King of Fighters 15.
Ooh.
Even Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. These are all games coming out in February, people.
You want the Game Pass?
And
is Crossfire on Game Pass?
It's actually not. No.
What?
Right.
Y'all not buying that.
Yeah, most people won't, but I'll buy it. I'm looking forward to it.
That game for take it for what you will. That game is going to come out and it's going to get like a 55 on Metacritic.
I think it's going to be 68, but at least y'all can't call it. Y'all can't call it Game Pass fodder. Y'all can't call it Game Pass fodder though, because it doesn't launch in Game Pass, so y'all can't call it Game Pass fodder.
Let me ask you a question, Smoove. How long before the game get put in Game Pass?
Probably like 2 months. I won't be surprised if they do a stealth drop in Game Pass, because the thing is the game has no pre-orders. Nobody's pre-ordered it because you can't pre-order it. So I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what the holdout is. I don't know if it's because Remedy got beef with Xbox. But I don't know what it is. But because the multiplayer portion is free to play, and I ain't touching that. But I do want to play the campaign.
Okay. Well, oh, by the way, Remedy is teamed up with Tencent to make a multiplayer game codenamed Vanguard. People weren't very happy about that because Tencent. I'm not gonna say my stance on it, but people look at Tencent, oh, evil, foreign entity eating up, American stuff. People don't like that. So,
It's
but yeah,
funny
they're
how people have all these complaints about Tencent for being evil, but yet they support Activision Blizzard. And that's irregardless of Microsoft buying them. But they're all about humanity and taking care of people. And yet they be buying Call of Duty every year while these people drinking breast milk for the
breast
vacation.
milk. Oh man.
Damn shame. And then I had some white dude actually tell me, oh, but you don't know about the atrocities that happen in China. I'm like, bruh, I live in America. I don't give a fuck what happens in China. You talk about, well, you should. I'm like, look, as a black person, we still waiting for our shit here. We ain't worried about China. Take care of us first, and we'll worry about China.
All right, Bon, I'm gonna give you your little segment to speak about the situation at G4.
Did anybody even watch this besides me or know what's going on?
Yes.
Saw the clip. I saw the clip.
Yes, we all have seen it.
Grand opening, grand closing. I mean, for her to say that people are mad that she can't be sexualized and women aren't objectified and sexualized when they had Olivia Munn, that other chick was a porn star, the panty pie and all that stuff. First of all, she's a fraud if she said she grew up watching G4 and loved the nostalgia, because clearly she didn't see any of that shit going on. Second of all, people were getting on her ass. I saw you, BG, when I was suspended on Twitter. You were getting on her ass too for not knowing what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah. Gaming wise, she doesn't know.
Karen she is, and like what the white Karen does, and why the white Karen is the most dangerous person and overprivileged person in America, thus meaning the world. The second things don't go their way, they gotta screech sexism and oppression and misogyny and all that other bullshit. And Adam Sessler, it's funny they be saying all this crazy wild shit about inclusivity and diversity and shit when they be shitting on Republicans all day. Talk about Republicans should drink piss, Republicans don't have any rights, Republicans should die. I hope Republicans don't watch our show. Like, it's crazy to me how people want to be inclusive for irregular types, fluids, sexualities, color, whatever. But when it comes to like military occupations, who you vote for, which is really nobody else's business but their own, then they're not inclusive.
Side note.
They act worse than the so-called Trump bigots that they hate.
Side note, like I always thought like Adam Sessler was this like beloved person in the industry. Everybody love him, but like recently I've been hearing like things come out like people say he's a terrible person like behind the scenes. I don't know if it's true, but I've been hearing that recently.
Yeah, it's a rap. Like the Weapon Wheel podcast gets more views than freaking G4.
As we should.
Like, and then you got the Black Simkage. Tell him, Frosk. Tell him. I mean, shit, he might as well be the Hokage. He was simping after Sakura's ass the whole fucking show while she wanted fucking Sasuke's dick.
Naruto was not doing that, Bond. Stop lying.
Are you shitting me? He was obsessed about.
He was simping after. He was simping after Sasuke. He wasn't.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, come on, man.
He was obsessed with Sakura the whole freaking show.
He was more obsessed over Sasuke than anything.
Whoa.
You know why he wanted to get Sasuke back also? Because Sakura fucking cried to him right before they fucking left on the retrieval mission. Fuck out of here. I know my shit. It's a good thing he ended up with a goat Hinata, though. Regardless, G4 is trash. Black Hokage started a bunch of drama, especially with the other non-gamer, hip-hop gamer. Like, I don't know who the other white dude is. Frost looked like a tattooed midget gremlin from the Legend of Zelda series.
Wow.
Like, that whole show is a freaking disaster. They had some other Asian chick on there who was talking about how she never had a drink of alcohol, party, or friends until age 22. Like, who Who is their target demographic there? Let's be real. We know what our target demographic here. Black people.
Do we?
Fuck. Black people. Fuck niggas. That's who watches us.
There's a lot of
Let's be
crossover with
real.
it too. That's true.
Let's be real, but like for real, like who is their target demographic over there? Nobody
Liberals?
can tell me.
I will say, right?
Oh,
That-
God,
that
here comes
move,
the
that-
sneaking on the mic.
You're eating BG?
That's
Oh,
not me.
oh, who doing that?
That's
Like you're
BG.
eating BG.
Huh?
That's strike one on the year.
Who doing that? No. What I was gonna say, is like what she did was kind of like it was. I mean, it was kind of a genius strategy, but it didn't work. It didn't work because like everybody was calling her out on her lack of knowledge in the gaming industry, right? And out of nowhere, she just screams sexism, right? And I'm like, I was confused, right? Because I did watch some of their content and everything like that. I look at the comment section and even on Twitter. All I saw was people saying that she doesn't know what she's talking about. I didn't see this like
She only
overt-
needs one though. She only needs one comment like that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I didn't see this overt sexism talking about how she looks and all this. And I'm like, yo, she this is really slick. Like this is literally the number one Karen move. Like, I'm being attacked, help. I was like, what? Like nobody even said it. Bruh, that's literally like, cause listen, sometimes a lot of the times there be racism, right? Against people. But sometimes people play the race card and it ain't got nothing to do with racism.
TBH be doing that too.
Right. And it's like, that's exactly what she did. Help, I'm being attacked. It's because I'm a woman. Like, no, what you said doesn't make any sense.
So pretty much the new G4 is niggas talking out their ass with gaming opinions, and then when somebody call them out, they bring up some shit that ain't relevant. That's happened
So
on
how
two
come
different occasions.
Smoove don't work there?
What?
They both
Ooh,
were
you
shitting on
should have
PlayStation
job
about how the lineup was dry,
Yeah.
and then Hip Hop Gamer asked TBH what he meant by that. He was like, "Why would you ask the only other black man on the panel? You didn't ask nobody." And like, oh, come on, bro. What are we doing here?
You know what's
Black-
also
idiot.
you know
came
what's
out of
also
nowhere.
crazy about that whole entire situation? Oh damn, did I lose my thought? Lost my thought. Go ahead.
Debate and Switch was crazy though. That I have never seen such a fluid and just impressive Karen move. That was like,
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So she had a problem with people saying she didn't know what she talked about. So then she went on and said that they just present the reviews, that the reviews they present aren't necessarily their own. They have a team of people that review the games, and they just speak on it. So it would be like if BG reviewed Uncharted 4, and then I read the review. But I don't tell people that it's BG's review. I just read it like I played it. Now I'm talking about Uncharted 4 or 5, whatever the fuck the last one is. Now, Jack, if I was talking about giving an Uncharted 4 review based on BG's experiences, would that sound weird to you coming from me?
Of course.
Like, what the fuck? When did this nigga play Uncharted 4? He's
Yeah,
speaking, but
you
he
fuck
don't-
let that be known. Like,
Yeah, like Easy Allies does that. That would be like written by whoever and then voiced
yeah,
by
you do that
this
too.
person.
Yeah, you do that too.
So it'd be like Smoove giving a review on like, whoa, when the fuck? Like, he don't play that game. He don't know. Like, he's talking about what's right, but he don't sound like he know what he's talking about. They never let anybody know. So that's why also Black Hokage and Adam Sessler, they were also getting flack. They didn't complain because people can tell when it's your review and when it's not. Like if fucking I wrote a script for MechWarrior 5 and BG started like, I don't sound like BG.
yeah. What's funny is like I'm pretty sure because she responded right and on Twitter and she said she actually wasn't, because a lot of people thought like that whole sexism rant she went on was in response to people calling her out about not knowing what she was talking about. And then I think she wrote that, oh, this actually wasn't a response to that. She said, I actually didn't know people were saying that I didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, wait, you saw these these phantom comments about sexism, but you didn't see everybody calling you out about being wrong and not knowing what you're talking about. I'm like, wait, something's not.
You seen that video clip of her that came out?
Oh,
The
she
math
was
ain't
grabbing
mathing.
ass, too.
Yeah, she was trying to grab dude's
Yeah.
ass. Like it's
Yeah.
like she's a hypocrite. That's all it is,
Yeah.
man.
The math wasn't mathing, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you
she's
see-
a hypocrite. That's point blank.
it's crazy, man.
You know how these Karens are, man. They're the most dangerous weapon on the planet. And it'd be killing me when white women be acting like they're not the most protective group of humans on this world, and they act like the whole world is against them. I'm like,
She
stop.
trying to blame us for her being ugly though. That shit was crazy. She was like, "I'm not supposed to be easy on your eyes." And Cat like, "What? Bitch,
bro.
what? That ain't my fault. Fuck, take that up with
She
Jesus,
up here
bitch."
putting tattoos on her neck like Cody Rhodes, looking like a bull, and got more.
And
makeup
Yeah,
I-
she was like a
than ever.
pirate talking about some
And,
like,
and,
fuck
and
out of
her
here.
teeth are like dented inward, like somebody freaking threw a backhand elbow into them.
And I really
She got
didn't see.
wooden nickel teeth, bitch. Get your nut ass.
And once again, I really listen. If I missed it, then I missed it. But I really didn't see nobody coming after her looks like that. I think people went after her
some
looks.
people were.
No, I saw more people doing it after she started talking about it. That's when I really saw it. Like I'm not saying there weren't these isolated comments here and there, but I don't think that was most of the comments against her because I didn't see that. Maybe I missed it. I don't know.
The best comment I saw was, "Hey haters, tell me something I've never heard before." And the dude said, "You're beautiful." And she's like, "That's supposed to be an insult." And he was like, "Nah, you said to tell you something you've never heard before."
Oh, that's
Oh
fucked up.
shoot!
Hey man,
Yeah.
I have no malice.
They was
against her.
definitely
I
getting on her
got
more
no
about
beef
her.
with her.
opinion.
I mean, she does look like a piranha, but
Come on, man.
Whoa. Hey,
At first, niggas was just strictly going off her opinions, though. And then when she started saying stupid shit, that's when folks started roasting the other shit.
hey, man, I wish
Wait,
them
Jack,
nothing
you
but
don't-
prosperity.
Jack, you don't think with a little work she could look decent?
A lot of
She
work.
get some dental work. She'll be all right.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her without makeup?
Hey, the lady said she's not here for y'all to be visually consumed.
She's not supposed to be easy on your eyes. Bye.
She's not for you. She's not for your, for you to consume.
She's just proving the point that she's not here for it. So
No, but that's historically what the women on G4 represented, though. Like, even if
Yup.
we're just being like objective, that is what they were there for.
Yeah.
Licking PSPs and bobbing for hot dogs and all other types of weird stuff. That's what they were there for.
Yep.
It
But
is.
she claims that she was there from the beginning, and she loves the nostalgia. She wasn't there from the beginning. She's just another fucking poser.
Yeah.
She was up there doing commentary for Dota or League of Legends in Europe, and she was
League.
complaining about how there wasn't enough diversity in some like these like Polish countries and Wales and shit. I'm like, bitch, there's fucking white people everywhere. Ain't no black people living in like Poland outside of O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Because she's a esports commentator from what I know, and I don't know in what game, right?
And they got her
League
the
of
fuck
Legends.
up out of that. They got her the fuck up out of there too, because she was
Okay.
acting stupid.
Which is cool because that's your subject matter that you're apparently an expert in, right? But why do they have you talking about like gaming news? Because she said that's not her thing. Why do they have you talking about that stuff, making you look dumb? And then I guess like your coworkers, while you're live, they're not gonna be like, "Hey, yo, you don't know what the hell you're talking about." But like y'all shouldn't have her up there talking if you don't know, like, because it's like the stuff she said wasn't even relatively like she said Hogwarts Legacy was gonna be exclusive,
Xbox,
right?
Yeah,
But, and it's like
crazy, yo.
it's like there wasn't even a rumor about that being exclusive. That was always confirmed to be a multiplat. That's why people were like, "Huh?" Like that wasn't even something that was speculated. So it's clear if you make a mistake like that, you don't know what the hell you're talking
She
about.
said like 2 or 3 things that was wrong in a row. Though. You saw how they was looking. They was
Yeah.
looking at her like, bro, what are you talking about?
Didn't
Like,
she
what
say
the hell?
BioWare, like Xbox bought BioWare or something?
Bro, she was talking like it was just a whole bunch of stupid shit. Like that's the main thing, bro. Like just
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you say 3 egregious things wrong in a row, you don't know what you're talking about. Like listen, we pay attention to everything that's going on in the industry. We make small mistakes here and there, but they'll be small. Like what she said was extremely wrong.
And we won't call people racist over it.
Yeah.
Her whole statement was incorrect, though. She just was firing them shits off like hot takes. It's like, fam, nothing you said was correct. What is
The
wrong
whole
with you?
magazine she let loose was wrong. All her
Yeah.
shots. The whole mag was incorrect. Oh man. Yeah. G4 TV, they lost a bunch of subscribers, but listen, I think they're fine. They still have a ton. They still have a lot. I don't think they're
Yeah,
gonna
they need some
die.
better
But
programming.
here's the problem, BG. They didn't just gain those. All those subscribers are there from the original shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot
So
about that.
when you see 450, 500,000 subs, that's not something they've accumulated since the reboot. That's just the existing one. That's why their videos only get like 10,000, 15,000.
I forgot about that, bro. Cause like it's been dead. Like the channel has been dormant for so long. Like I forgot. I'm thinking like, oh, that's all new current subscribers because they weren't uploading anything right at all until they rebooted. Okay.
They definitely need some new on-air talent because I can't watch with the people they currently got on there, and they definitely need more programming.
Yo, whatever happened to the No?
The who?
The
I-
No. Remember that?
I
Yeah,
remember.
I know what
that.
you're talking about.
I don't know.
The No, they like, and it would be that girl. They would have like usually two people. It would be like kind of like Fire Blast, like news, gaming news, and whatnot. And I just remember one of the
I
things
remember
where-
that. I do remember that. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember they made fun of like Iron Wolf for something, but
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that show was okay. Because they had that one black girl on there. I think it was that one. Okay. What else we got? Last of Us. Yeah, there's we mentioned it. There's rumors that Last of Us Factions is going to be free to play, and then I'll have to like retire from. I have to retire from the internet, retire from gaming. Y'all won't hear from me no more because I'll be depressed. And that comes from. So it only comes from because there's a position, right? Senior monetization and economy designer at the studio, and that's a position that that's a position that a lot of free to play games hire for, but it's not only free to play games hire for them because they need somebody. You can have an in-game economy for like microtransactions, but the games it'll still be a paid game. But people think that's why it will be, free to play. There's still no confirmation. I hope it's not though.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't, not much more to say about it, but I hope it's not free to play. So there was the report that PlayStation was making more PS4s to deal with the PS5 shortage, right? PlayStation refuted that and claimed that's not true. That they claimed, according to this report, that they always plan to make PS4s all the way through 2022. So I don't know.
I mean, they normally do that. I mean, there's no point in them stopping. I mean, typically, Sony keeps making shit even in the next generation. Now there's no point to stop because there's cross generation and because you can't get, PS5s anyway. So
yeah, they discontinued the PS3 in 2017, which was 4 or 5 years. Yeah, that's about 4 years into the PS4 generation.
They always did. They supported like 10 years after. Try to win it. What the hell?
Yeah. So that's what they claim. Who knows what the truth is? But they definitely gonna have to find. I mean, there's really nothing they can do about this shortage. Like I've read stuff that like they've went to like chip manufacturers and been like, hey, we'll pay you more, to have priority on the chips, and the manufacturers were like, listen, like even if we don't have anything. They're pretty much like, yo, listen, we would take your money, but we can't. Like we don't have anything at all. So like there's literally nothing they can do about this shortage.
that's why they had to cancel that GameCube controller. That GameCube controller.
Oh, the Panda.
It had the goal for it was like 100,000, and they got like 10 million, but they got all this money. But there's no way. Even though they destroyed the goal by 100 times, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, they did invest in a factory that's being built for these chips, but the factory's not going to be up, I think, until like the end of 2024. So
damn.
Yeah. So yeah, the shortage is gonna last at least. Even experts say like probably till 2025, which I think
Which
is
means
Don't they use
extend-
them chips for like cars and shit too? I was hearing.
yeah. They use chips for other stuff too.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of
So
industries.
that so that effectively extends the lifespan of these consoles.
Yes, this generation is gonna be at least I think 2 years longer. I think so.
Decade.
That they'll be as long as the 360 PS3 gen then.
Probably
Pretty much.
yeah, at
Pretty
this
much.
rate.
Pretty much, because they're not gonna like they're just not gonna want to move on that fast. Like we haven't like gotten all the sales that we should have. They're gonna
Well,
be
we still
behind.
ain't got true PS5 games yet anyway, so we shouldn't be
Yeah.
too fucked up about it.
And I'm not mad at this generation going longer, right? Because I was mad at the PS3 and 360 generation lasting that long because the PS3 was, bro, using that machine. Oh my god, it was so bad. Like your friends list took like 10 minutes to load up. That interface is just horrible, bro, right? And even though all like machines, like all these consoles are like dated, like it's old tech in them, as soon as you buy it, they're somewhat outdated. At least it's viable. Like 6 years from now, if the PS5 works at like how and the Xbox works at like how it does, it's still fine. But the PS3 was
They
so
didn't
dated.
they didn't plan ahead for the PS3 that much.
Yeah,
I
it
still
wasn't-
stand by the PS3 interface. Design wise, I still think it's the best.
Oh
one.
no, the
my
X and B
God.
is awesome. It's just it moves slow. That's the only problem.
Yeah, it was just extremely slow, bro. Oh my god, doing anything, even the PS4. It took a while to just load a friends
PS4 is
list.
not. No, I don't think.
Bro, it definitely took a while to load a friends list. It wasn't as long as the PS3.
Sometimes no, you know what? Sometimes it did load slow. Sometimes.
But I have like, cause bro, I haven't looked at my PlayStation friends list in years. I mean, I got no reason to. There's no multiplayer games. What the hell am I looking at my friends list for?
Yikes.
But I know I have like thousands. Like I just took like a look at, like, it'll tell you the number. I have like thousands of friend invites. So I don't know why random people be sending me friends invites, bro. Like what are we gonna play? Like I be wondering.
You're a content creator, man. Oh, that's BG. Oh, shouldn't be.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, fam, what is me being on your friends list going to do? There are no games for us to play on here. Like we're just
I just add people. I mean, why not? Fuck it. As long as you
That's
don't,
where I'm at.
as long as you don't irritate me. Like I don't care if you're on my friends list.
Nah, I think I probably have like 80 people on my friends list right now on PlayStation, and I haven't played a game with them in probably like 5 years.
I just hate the
it's
motherfuckers
terrible.
that invite you to random games. It's like, oh, invite you to play Paw Patrol. Like, bro, I don't play this game. Like, why are you inviting me? And then they just keep doing this. Like, all right, fam.
Like, bro, it's so crazy how the state of multiplayer games on PlayStation. Like, I have all these people on my friends list. Well, like only 80, but I have thousands of friend invites, and when I'm on PSN, I'm on an online network, but it feels like I'm on there completely by myself because there's
a
no
reason
interaction.
The Xbox fans used
Play
to call it
Madden
the
2K,
lonely.
nigga.
You don't remember when the
Hold
Xbox
up.
gamers were calling it the Lonely Station 4?
Yeah.
It's lonely
Yeah,
over there.
There's no games to play.
Xbox University left to go on a podcast being watched by 22 people.
Yikes.
Oh, don't do that to him, bro. Don't.
Yikes.
That's
Who's
an
that, Bless
Xbox.
Res podcast?
Oh, no.
Bless Red wouldn't have that many viewers. Don't do that. That's a tough thing over there.
Nah, listen. Bless Red has been a great contributing member to the Discord. Y'all stop
Nigga.
hating on my boy Bless Red.
I'm
Dog.
I'm gonna be real though. One time I saw this man was streaming for like 6 hours. I went in there, bro. I was the only nigga. I was like, hey, yo, wrap it the fuck up, nigga. God damn, turn the bitch off. Wrap it the fuck up. God damn. Respectfully. That's my man.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, it's so crazy, bro. The PlayStation, it feels so isolated. It really is the lonely station, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
when
They might as well bring back the White Room.
They could. I mean, shit. Why not?
like I have my notifications on, so it tells me when somebody like logs on. It's literally like walking through a desert and you see somebody after like hours of walking through, like, oh shit, there's another person. Like, niggas is on here.
You know what else too though? They really fucked up the party system on PS5, like, and on PS4. I don't really like it. They improved it in some ways, but like that's the way you do parties now. That shit is trash.
Y'all
They should
remember?
left the way it was.
Y'all remember what was that shit? What was it? What was they calling it? PlayStation After Dark, where niggas was doing porn on
Oh,
the
that
live
shit
streaming
was
joint.
crazy. That's
Oh, my-
another thing they got rid of. Like, not even the After Dark portion, but like live from PlayStation. Like, they used to have a centralized hub to where you could go see who's streaming what games it might have came out or lesser known games. They don't even got that no more, man. That was cool. I liked that feature. I can't
Because you
find
could-
it no more if they do still got it.
Because I'm like, you could still do it, right? Like, you can still live stream.
You can
and
still
like,
stream from PlayStation, but I don't know how people find it.
Yeah, I don't know where
if
it's
they have
at.
the
Like,
app.
like before, I think on PS4, I just came across it by accident. Now, like, telling you, like, it's just so low. It's isolated on
Tony,
PS5, bro.
Tony, we had no time for distractions today, Tony.
No,
We're
it's
trying
just
to wrap it up.
the ice. I'm about to call it the. I'm about to start calling it the isolation.
Station 4? Oh,
the
man, that's
isolation
crazy.
station 5 or like
Oh,
man.
man, don't do it, bro. Don't.
Isolation station. Hate to see it. There's been more rumors of Bloodborne coming to PS5 and PC. You know,
brother.
the obligatory Bloodborne rumor. Oh no, I believe it's definitely happening this year though. It's gonna happen this year, Jack. We're getting it this year.
You think so?
Making it. Who's making it?
I don't know.
Bluepoint. It
man.
had to be Bluepoint if they were probably either way.
Sound like a
Said
guy.
they were making a new IP or something.
Who Bluepoint? They got
Yeah,
enough
I
people.
thought I heard something like that.
Yo, Bloodborne fans low-key be sounding like Cowboy fans. Like, this is the year. We're getting it this year, bruh. We're getting it this year. This is it. Going all the way. Tragic.
They
Cowboys
said they
in
still got the live feature, but it's all the way at the bottom on the Explore tab. What? Send me a picture of what it looked like so I can find that shit, bro.
Insane. Okay. There's also rumors Red Dead 2 will be getting a next-gen patch. And Rockstar is
Really?
working.
When?
It's a rumor.
Oh.
But the guy who said it apparently got a whole bunch of other stuff right. He said it's coming. He said it's coming this year. And he said that they're also working on a Red Dead Redemption 1 remake remaster. I guess that's similar to the remake remaster that the the Grand Theft Auto collection was. So I would look forward to that, man. You know.
Didn't
Red
one
Dead
time
Redemption-
say that like a year ago? Oh man, me find out.
If y'all stop giving that, listen, shout out to Wonton.
Oh shit.
Shout out to Wonton, that's my boy. But if y'all stop giving that bozo credit, don't make me pull out the SpongeBob meme live on Weapon
Why you
Wheel,
gotta
bro.
be a bozo, man? That's crazy.
Don't make me pull out the SpongeBob meme live on Weapon Wheel, bro. I don't want to do it. Wonton, get started on that new Weapon Wheel intro though, bro. I need that, bro.
Live broadcast on the PlayStation community. What?
Okay. I think we're almost done. Activision is suing the Call of Duty cheat maker. I don't know why more publishers don't sue
Facts.
people who make, who be designing these cheats. It's a good move.
Probably hard to get in touch with them. You know, motherfuckers got VPNs and all this other extra thievery shit.
Yeah.
If they don't put their games on PC, they won't have to worry about this problem.
Oh man. Hey man, Nintendo know how to deal with these people and find them. Like Nintendo always find these dudes making ROMs and the sites. I don't know how they always track them down, but they track them down and ruin their lives.
As they should.
You know what?
Yep,
I would
get 'em outta here.
If I was a multiplayer console maker, that's a good point. I would hire Nintendo to fuck these dudes.
Excuse me?
I would ask Nintendo if I could
Hard
license
nigga, what
out
you gonna say?
I could ask Nintendo if I could license out their law team.
Okay.
Yeah. Nintendo definitely has the best lawyers in the game.
They definitely
Bar none.
do.
Bar none. You know they named that's where they got Kirby from? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was their lawyer from back
Yeah,
in the day or something.
they named one of their main characters after their lawyer. They love their lawyers, but they don't play.
You know why?
Ain't Kirby the one that suck everything up too? Oh, that's
'Cause you
crazy.
know that lawyer there, that nigga was swallowing everybody whole.
Facts. That nigga's a freak.
I forgot what the legal situation was, but that nigga won it for them, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna name this character after you, and that's how it happened. Look it up. True story. PlayStation is removing PS Now retail cards, most likely to get ready for whatever Spartacus is going to be.
Spartacus, baby, yes sir. Let's get it. Yes,
which
sir.
is the overhaul and the change of converging PS Now and PlayStation Plus and I guess backwards compatibility all into one thing to make it a more competitive service. I still don't think you're gonna get games. I still don't think you're gonna get games like day one, like PlayStation games day one in that service. And that's why I don't think it's going to actually compete with Game Pass. I think it's just going to be more competitive, like a better deal.
You know what's funny though, BG? That argument we was having earlier about the multiplayer games, that would be the perfect place to release them. If you want a thriving multiplayer community, put them on PS Now, the rebranded PS Now, day one.
That would
help them.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Anyway, add value to the service. That's the perfect thing to do.
Hey Jack, do you think physical backwards compatibility with PS1 and PS2 will work on the PS5?
I don't think so, but I mean that would be the optimal solution, right? That would everybody will want. I mean I would hope it's like that, but I don't think it's gonna be like that.
No.
Because there's that patent, and I think people said it's actually an old patent, but it's popping up again, and it's like this Mark Cerny patent for backwards compatibility, PS1, PS2, PS3, So whatever
fire, I ain't gonna lie.
Whatever their plan is for backwards compatibility, I guess we're gonna hear about it this year. But it's like Sony been double dutching with this whole backwards compatibility thing for so long. Like, oh, it's kind of coming, but it's not, and
they know they got to, bro. The way the media been on their ass about this shit, it's worse than crossplay at this point. They getting lapped up, motherfuckers. They got to figure this shit out, bro. They got to do something. It's getting bad.
Okay, so yeah, I think we probably hear about this. Well, E3 is dead, but whatever they still do a show around June. So you probably hear about Spartacus, probably hear about this backwards compatibility all around that time. Yeah.
Wait, did something happen with E3? I saw the usual Sony fanboys downplaying it again. I don't know what exactly happened.
What you say?
It got canceled.
Got canceled.
It's actually dead.
It.
Yeah, it's actually dead. It's literally actually dead. It's over.
Oh man.
So we got to look forward to Summer Games Fest with Jeff Keighley.
Oh God.
That shit was ass the past couple of years, yo.
He was throwing all these shots at E3 just for it to be trash,
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Now y'all can say that Bond was right. E3 is officially trash because that shit is dead.
Well, COVID killed it more than anything.
How did a fan get all the way that close on the field? Y'all see this shit?
Oh, a fan ran on the field? No, I didn't see.
Bro, he was right. What the? He got mad close.
But there was another game where a fan was in the end zone and he stood there for a while before niggas realized it was the fan.
Yeah, I mean, because they were looking at the game, but this dude was wasn't even nothing going on.
That he was standing in the end zone, looking at the game, like he was watching it on TV or something. These niggas different.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of heat. I ain't gonna lie.
Niggas is different, bruh. Oh man. Digital Foundry said they're not going to be doing any more pixel counting. I haven't watched. I don't watch Digital Foundry much at all anymore.
They just did one on Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah, they full of shit.
Unless that was old, but
yeah, they said because they said going forward. I think old stuff. They probably already had that recorded. They said going forward, they're not going to do any more digital pixel counting. But I don't know their reason. Really?
You know what? They probably got trolled, or them dudes kind of soft over there. Dudes I'm drinking myself to death, dealing with these comments on a daily basis. So they probably just got they got tired of dealing with the fuck shit. Probably.
Yeah, that dude. That dude with the glasses. He's very tender. That he's kind of soft. He's a little adversity, and he's ready to.
Oh yeah, he was talking about he was going office of one of them times. I'm like, bro, you got to calm down, bro.
Yeah, as Tony would say, he was ready to take a trip to the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, he was wilding.
Yeah, you know what Tony's nickname is.
Who else took a trip to the Brooklyn Bridge?
Whoa! I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Oh, I got it.
Tony's name in the Discord right now is Young Hotmouth. That's his new alias. I'm not, bro. I don't call him that.
I've been calling that nigga that for 4 years now.
Oh, word? Yeah. So niggas know him as Young Hotmouth in the streets.
I ain't calling no man hot mouth.
Hey,
You ain't met
that's
Tony, bro. You ain't met Tony.
that's what they call Tony.
I didn't
Jack,
realize
okay.
I was muted. Nah, I'm not, bro. Nobody call me that, bro.
Young hot mouth. If you don't cut it out, that's what niggas
Hey,
call
hey,
you,
hey,
bro.
hey,
Stop this, bro.
hey,
Nobody
slip
call
and
me
slide
that,
through.
bro.
What you doing here, bro?
Huh? You got it. I came
This
through,
nigga
bro.
answered to it. Hey, this boy freak.
Nah. Oh,
Nigga said,
bro.
huh? What's good, bro?
I came in to say BG needs to. Yo, BG does not have a stimulus package. He been like.
Why are you talking
running
about my
around
package? What are you talking about?
Pause. You been trying to run around claim me because I'm the hotness in the streets. But we need to talk about Low, Bless Red on episode 124 of his podcast. Can't get 75 views. That's 2 years worth of podcast. Hey, BG keep trying to claim. Yo,
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Wait, why are you shitting? Why are you shitting on Bless Red out of nowhere? I'm
Don't
confused.
matter. It must be a
Nah.
reason. It must be a good reason. Keep going, Tony.
Facts, bro. Facts. I need BG to stop trying to make out he the reason I'm hot in the streets, man. You gotta cut this out, man. Cause
So you
them
are
other
you
niggas-
call you
No,
young
no,
hot
no,
mouth.
No. Them other niggas you hang with, they not hot, bro.
Man's not hot.
And also, before I head out, I would like to, not everybody's perfect. I would like to apologize for inviting Larry onto the podcast last year.
Oh my
After
god.
everyone was roasting him like, yo, he was a miss. I was like, nah,
What was
because
he
I was
on?
trying to hold it. I
Bro,
was
you
trying
got,
to hold it
why
down.
do you have beef with Larry?
Listen. I was trying to hold it down, but now, now everyone realizes he a fuck nigga around here, man. I can say, I
brother.
would like to
What did he do to you?
apologize.
What did he do to
I
you?
would like
Why-
to apologize, and in 2022, I'm bringing better
Why
guests than
are you
Larry.
using
Yes,
weapon
sir.
wheel to throw shots at this man for a
What
personal
happened between
matter?
y'all, man? Y'all was friends,
No,
bro. What
sir.
happened,
No,
baby?
sir. No,
Was I
sir.
not on when Larry was on?
You were.
I don't think you were.
It's
Nah, was he?
this is I don't want to highlight the, if y'all want to talk about an after dark, y'all can, but
Hey,
like
Larry, come
Let's
to an
just do it
after
right
dark, man.
now.
Plead your case, Larry.
Tony, do not use this platform
Tony,
to
talk
Larry,
to
throw
the right here
shots.
already,
We're
man.
gonna have this conversation, Tony.
That-
I mean,
that-
Larry, we're gonna have this
Oh,
conversation.
man.
That's the dude I blocked in Discord.
Oh God. Anyway,
Look,
I'm
we're gonna
not.
have to have this conversation on After Dark, though.
Tony,
You
I-
went
I'm
by
not-
a different name in the past, right, Tony? What was it?
Yeah, it was LaFleur or some shit, man.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
That's
On
when he was
After
cool
Dark.
people. That's when he was cool people, man.
I'm not. This is messy, and I'm not partaking. If y'all want to talk about it in after dark, that's cool. I'm not partaking in this mess.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we about to be done in like 5-10 minutes.
How
So,
many more topics do we got?
We still got all the super chats still.
oh God. Well, let's just get to super chats and get the hell out of here, bro.
Yeah,
Let
can
me
we get these likes up
refresh.
to 500 at least, please?
Yeah, please hit the like button. Weapon wheel is back, so yeah, that should have been up. Oh, also
Nigga, fuck that, go
PSVR
donate to that Patreon. Fuck them likes.
PSVR2 was announced. They showed a little bit of Horizon VR Call of the Mountain, PSVR2, 4K, OLED screens, HDR, eye tracking, 110 degree field of view, vibration in the headset, foveated rendering, 3D audio, new Sense controllers. Yay! It's coming out probably next year, beginning of next year, maybe end of this
Yeah,
year.
this is definitely Borderlands 2 with the caustic rifle.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I'm interested
You
in
ready?
VR. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, super chats. We got Miles B93. He said, "What it do, bros? Glad to see y'all all back, except Smoove." Oh man. We got Bilal Rafaquat. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He said, "We back. Big W for Kids Smoove." We got Von Red 1. He said, "Shout out to Microsoft for humbling Sony. I'm on Team Xbox in spirit until PlayStation stops being lazy." I feel that. We got Tarek Ahmed. He said Extended Chromosome Podcast. I think he referring to the Extendo. What was it? Pretendo whatever the fuck.
The
that shit was.
Extendo podcast.
He called it the Extended Chromosome Podcast. So that's a nice flip right there. We got Fried Melon. He said, "Don't disrespect Sonic Riders. It's great." Laughing emoji. We got
Dick Riders.
we got Gamer Live Studio. He said Black Bond owes me an apology. Microsoft and Xbox are bringing in results, keyword results. They're not screwing around. Sony lost $20 billion and no PS5.
Results. We're still waiting.
That's true. We got Papa John's. He said, "Bond, you know them loot boxes are coming back."
Oh, now we're gonna have NFTs, so they evolving.
Yes, sir. Digital booty boxes. All right. We got Dalen Hubbard. He said, "I bought a Series X for Halo and that game is mid." Oh wow. We got Ballin' Harder. He said, "We of the black delegation along with what is it? Along with Sarah Bond and Honorable Dr. Umar Told Phil Spencer remixing MAGA hats to make Activision great again ain't jiggy. Carry on, Happy New Year, chat and panel. Okay.
I'd
We
honestly
got
have been pissed if I bought a Series X for Halo. I'm not gonna lie. I was
We
mad
get-
as fuck.
Yikes. We got JR the Hunter. He said people forget From Software made their name from Armored Core, not the Souls games. We're aware. Bill's fumbling the bag, by the way. We got Tony Wood 25. He said the only monopoly is what EA did with the NFL football license. Microsoft's acquisition doesn't prevent Sony and Nintendo from making military shooters. Okay. We got Tony Wood 25 again. He said Activision Blizzard got Microsoft into the playoffs. But let's be real, people. Take-Two, home of the Rockstar, is the only developer who can cripple Sony. Okay. We got Tarek Ahmed. Bro, this dude mucus in his voice box. I think he's referring to Xbox University. We got Soul King. He said, "What crazy now is Xbox now owns Activision anti-cheat system from Ricochet, which is regarded as amazing and now can be used for all of Xbox multiplayers." There you go. We got Deontay Ontario. He said Xbox University sounds like he's one burger away from a stroke. Well, that's not nice.
And we were talking about this in the Discord. You think Xbox University is fat by his voice?
I don't know.
I don't get that either. But go ahead.
No, a lot of skinny dudes be talking like that too, though. It's confusing. We got Tony Wood 25. He says Bond LeBron James analogy is true by name only. You see, people, Sony built Santa Monica, Insomniac, and Naughty Dog, and LeBron James is Microsoft. LeBron James couldn't develop as well as the Spurs, so he built Super Team. Okay. We got John the Don. He said, "Did y'all hear about the Pokemon FPS game that was being made by a single developer and his gameplay trailer got removed from YouTube by Nintendo? As it should." Let's see here. We got Ty Boogie. He said, "When do y'all realistically think an Xbox exclusive will will win the overall most game of the year awards?" I don't know. Anybody got an
I don't
answer
know.
for that?
Yeah, I don't know.
5 years. Let's say 5 years. Fuck it. We got 20 wheels, dude. He said Halo Infinite, but and Sea of Thieves, but what else Xbox got? Okay. Ty Boogie again. He said, "LOL, this bought Bland out of retirement. This fear right here. He mad invested in Sony losing." Jeez. Tony Wood 25 again. He said YouTubers talked that talk when the Wii U failed, and guess what? Nintendo been making Microsoft's cheeks clap for well over a decade. Sony will do to Microsoft what Jack Bauer did in 24, COD or not. Okay. Then we got 20 Wheels dude again. He said, "What Xbox multiplayer games were you playing consistently last generation, BG?"
What does Xbox have to? That doesn't matter. I don't care about what Xbox has. I have a PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox, so I want to know what PlayStation is giving me. I'm not concerned. Like Xbox could have 0 multiplayer games. I would still want all these multiplayer games from PlayStation regardless, because I'm playing for PSN.
All right. We got Carlos Alvarado. He said, "Will this push PlayStation to make co-op FPS and multiplayer games?" We'll see. I think so. Grimey's last hair strand. Shout out to the panel. Xbox University sound more congested than Jackmove arteries after eating some fried rat. Anyway, Xbox University, can you share your gamer tag? He's not here, sir, and you're being very disrespectful. All right. DZZY123 said, "Do you guys think Microsoft will be able to support all their FPS series with Halo, Doom, COD, Wolfenstein, and more franchises? Might fall off." I think they'll be able to. They got the manpower for it. We got Papa John's again. He said, "SOCOM with loot boxes. I guess we ready, Bond." Oh. Yeah, Emmanuel A1. He says, "Salute to Jackmove for being the voice of reason on the gaming news this week," with a muscle emoji. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know I got you, bro. We got Game Inspection. As far as creativity goes, Sony messed up losing the creator of Silent Hill. They need MP, horror, immersive sims, WRPGs, JRPGs. They lack variety right now. Okay, there you go. We got 10th Gen. He sent a generous $20 donation with no message, but we appreciate you. Got S Blanks in 95. Why Jack acted like last gen Sony ain't shut down the multiple studios during PS4? If anything, Jim Ryan increased studios, if that's how you want to look at it. We got Roadrunner.
Got rid of that weight.
Facts. We got Roadrunner. I agree with BG. Killzone and Resistance will sell a lot today. More people playing online today than in the PS3 days. People didn't own PS3s like that. Okay. We got Papa John's. BG, weren't you praising Jim for closing down Sony Japan? And he replaced it with Astrobot Studio.
They restructured it into Astrobot Studio.
All right. Donovan Langford. Smoove been taking a 20-minute long L. Shaking my head. Damn. Brian Lobo. I almost avoided Bethesda games. Kid Smoove. That's a quote right there. All right. We got Yulong T Gaming. Street Fighter V is exclusive because Sony co-developed it. A lot of these third-party exclusives exist because Sony is funding the development of these games. Shot Red 555. Smoove. What? Smoove, the kid cuck of Xbox. You go to love it. You gotta love it. Okay, that's what.
Kid cuck.
We got Dizzy123 again. I guess it's pronounced Dizzy. I'm not sure. Sony can't compete with Microsoft with FPS games. They should focus on other genres like racers and fighters. Bring back Mod Nation Racers and PS All-Stars too. Okay. KW Fang. Overwatch keeps tracks of hours. Check them. I think he's referring to Smoove. Yulong T Gaming again. Paw Patrol don't count. Smoove, LOL. And let me see. I think we got one more. I'm about to refresh it. Oh no, we got more. Oh, what the hell? We got Sea Trigger 3. Forspoken is the first Japanese developed game with a black protagonist ever. Is it? But they don't have an issue with black people or Americans. Is that true?
The Bills just won this.
Holy shit, this game is crazy. Jazzy Jefferson, shout out to the podcast members. How did y'all enjoy MLK Day? Especially you, Bland Drew.
I was working.
Did you drink a glass of milk there? Buddy?
Milk.
Oh no, I was sick at the time. I can't drink dairy when I'm sick.
We got Shot Red 555. Funny, all races agree. White girls been dangerous. Facts. Tarek Ahmed says she looks like a Uric from Lord of the Rings. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Wow. I'm about old girl. Let me refresh it one time, man. Make sure I got all the donations. I definitely didn't. It's two more. They both by Jazzy Jefferson. He says, I heard every time Nintendo wins a lawsuit over ROMs, the loser does the Mario. Wah! I heard that too, man. And finally, Jazzy Jefferson says, Smoove, how you feeling about Overwatch 2?
Nothing. I haven't seen it.
There you go.
So
But I'm happy it'll be an
how
Xbox
you talking about this nigga? All that talk about Overwatch 1, you never even looked at anything in regards to Overwatch 2?
No, the game hasn't been. It's not like it's nowhere. I don't know. Is any place any close? It's nowhere close. I know it's coming, but I don't have there's nothing to talk about regarding Overwatch 2.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's I think we can get out of here now. 1 second. Let me just check one thing. Deviation Studios opened up a new Canada studio. Okay, there's a live action Lost Judgment TV series in development. Original plan for Assassin's Creed was to end in a spaceship. These niggas ain't know what they was doing no more. They was just making shit up. And that's Xbox. Phil Spencer calls for cross-platform ban program. Yeah, we can get out of here.
And what does he mean? What does he mean by?
Like if you get banned on PlayStation, you should get banned on Xbox.
Across the board. Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called again?
Cross-platform ban program.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because then you could just see if you got a PC or anything else. Oh, I'm just gonna go cheat on there.
Yeah, you could just grief on some other shit.
Yeah. All right, so that's it. We out of here. Appreciate everybody for watching. We'll be here next week. We're going into After Dark. Hit the like button. Share the podcast with your friends, your grandmother, your giraffe.
Oh, Buffalo is gonna win.
Fuck Larry. Fuck Bless Red.
Oh my God, stop it.
Hey, Larry and Bless Red, come through, man. We gonna have this conversation.
Going into After Dark. The Bills won. Yay. I don't know. I kind of wanted the Bills to win just because.
Bro, did you see the end of the game, bro? This shit is crazy.
Yeah, I want to watch Max Kellerman.
I won bets all day.
Nigga, it was like 3 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes. This shit is insane.
Yeah, 2 by the Chiefs, and then they ran. These niggas are all offense, no defense, pretty much.
Facts.
Go ahead and cut this for me.
I said Max Kellerman. I meant what's the big nose nigga? You know,
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Sharp.
No, the Chiefs fan on not. He's on first.
Oh, Nick Wright,
bitch ass.
Yeah, Nick,
Wright,
yeah.
bitch ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to see that tomorrow.
Where that see-through bitch at?
Oh my god, we going to after dark.
See-through bitch.